share my screen to everyone. So what is the reason particularly I'm using only NinjaTraders as a account for the futures to play? Why not something else? Yes, there are a lot of other platforms which are available. If you are in Canada, you can do IBKR as well. IBKR allow you to do it. IBKR also have a connection directly with the NinjaTraders, so you can still use the NinjaTraders at the end. And if you don't want to, then you can use to still do the IBKR. I believe some of the other applications which also allow it, but you have to look at which applications allow you to play futures in Canada perspective. In US, you have unlimited options. You can go and do a future trading on the TD Ameritrade. Excuse me. You can do it on the NinjaTrader. You can do on the TraderWeight. You have a lot of other opportunities, a lot of other platforms which will allow you to do a trading on the futures. The reason behind particularly I'm focused on the NinjaTrader because of the fee structure what they have. What when I say like what do you mean by fees, right? Like simple as that. So each contract or each position when you take, like you buy it and you sell it, that's gonna cost you money, no matter what. So I believe I sent this PDF before to the group, but if not, I will resend it again in the group as well, just to show you how much usually it take to trade a future. Simple things. If I look at it, let's say I want to trade the NQ, which is Nasdaq 100 futures. It's gonna cost you 1,000 initial margin, like intraday margin. It's gonna be this much. The price, what you're going to pay, let's say I have the lifetime license for the NinjaTrader. So every time I take a trade for the NQ, each time I go in, so let's say I bought a contract and I sell a contract, that's going to cost me $4 per transaction. So if I take a 10 transaction, it's still going to cost me 10 into 4, that's a $40. The whole idea about the futures is how to go in and how to get out. Okay. There is also a free version, but if you look at it and if you compare it, like the free version charges quite a high. If you do multi trades, like go in and go out every 2 minute, 5 minute, all that things, right? That's gonna cost you that the amount of money you are paying it. What is the minimum requirement, or what is the minimum, like the basic money you need to play a futures? So it all depends on how what future you want to trade. Let's say I want to trade micros, like sorry, I want to trade mini. So mini means like I want to only focus on Nasdaq, like 100. I'm not going to focus on anything else. I only want to do a Nasdaq because that's the one which goes 30-40 point very much fast, so I can get the money much faster as well. Why Nasdaq? So Nasdaq, one particular thing, the amount you need in your account is only 1,000 USD. So if your account has 1,000 USD, you will be able to trade the futures. 1 second, there's a questions here. Guys, can everybody hear me? Unmute all. All right, so I'm not sure who was saying.
Hi, Jigar.
We
Shobha.
can hear you.
Yes, this is not Jigar. This is Harshul. I'm using Jigar's ID. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
This was exactly my question.
Yes, Jigar is not here. This is Harshul who is using his ID. Okay.
Harsh, one thing I just learned today as well, or maybe a few days back, from Interactive Brokers is Ninja Traders is having their own limits, margin limits, but that is superseded actually by Interactive Brokers in Canada. That means all the brokerages, they have their own, another layer of those margins. Okay, so these guys, they need to be aware of that as well, which
Perfect.
could be higher than Ninja Traders.
So I believe this is Mudassar, right? Mudassar,
Yes,
so he has done all the research about what exactly is going to cost you for the the people who want to trade in Canada. So any question for the Canada perspective, please contact Mudassir. He will be able to give you a lot of detailed information, which even I don't have it. The reason behind that is like I'm sitting in US, so I don't know what the rules and everything which is goes in the Canada perspective. But for the US perspective, I can, based on the documents what I have from the uh, Ninja Traders, this is what is going to cost. For the Canada, you have to look at it from the from the platform perspective, like how much they need, a margin perspective, like how much margin you need and what is the price they are charging for each transaction. Okay, so that's one thing. Check with Mudassir, the guys. Is absolutely it's very important for like even the people who is in Canada want to trade this, just to understand how much is going to cost each time when you take a trade and sell a trade. Okay, very important. So I'm going to go back on the particularly this chart. Again, this chart is basically for US perspective what I have. Okay, what you can trade and look at the limits, what like how much, what kind of indexes or whatever you want to trade. The limits is very much like you are not looking at 5,000 stocks or like like every single chart for that stocks, like hey, how that stock gonna be. Here there's limitations. Only focus on certain things and certain things only. Why? Now you have a shorter, like instead of looking at 500 stock and trying to figure out like hey, what's going to happen tomorrow for this stock, the time you look at it and you do your research, the stock might have already ran up, right? So what is good for me? Nothing, right? So what I want to see is like what can I do to make sure that my profit is always there. Sorry, I'm going to mute everybody again. Sorry for that. Okay, so hopefully everybody can hear me. So future perspective, what I'm going to focus on is what trades you can do and how much it's going to be for the if you want to trade in the US market, or if you want to trade in the Canada market. Canada market, you want to definitely want to check what's the margin they need and how much they are going to charge for the fees perspective. Okay, so please do check with Mudassir. Absolutely very important, just to understand what's the margin you are looking at it. Now please unmute me. Thanks, PBAB. Yes.
Thank you, Harshal.
No problem.
Harshal will be getting a recording link for this or no?
That's right. Yes, I will be sharing the link after this whole meeting is done.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Again, I'm going to mute everybody so everybody can listen what I'm showing, and just to show how I trade and what am I looking at it, or how much you can profit out every single time when you take a position and when you take a position out. Okay. All right. So one thing is very important is to know what you are trading. Okay, there is a limitations. You can do as much like whatever the trade you want to do, but the whole thing is, let's say you want to trade BTC. Okay, like that's a you can basically do a short on the BTC. You can do long on the BTC as well on the NinjaTrader account. Okay, your minimum margin balance required is 40,000 USD in US. Okay, I don't know, again, like we have to look at it from the Canada perspective, what is the margin they are looking for, but this is what the US is looking for. Your account should have at least 40,000 USD to trade a position in the Bitcoin. That's very large, right? I mean, like I don't want to put like $40,000 in a one account and like one particular trade and I want to lose everything. So what I usually do is look at for the NASDAQ or even ES, this S&P 500, right? Like you can look at the S&P 500, you can do a Russell 2000, you can do NASDAQ, you can do micro BTC as well, so which is Bitcoin. Now on that, your margin is only $500. So basically, if you want to take a trade for the BTC, your account should have at least 500 USD to do a trade. Okay, micro Russell, all these things, all these are the tradable on the NinjaTrader. Okay, I will definitely share this information again to the group, and this is also available on the NinjaTrader platform as well. Okay. Sound quality is bad. I don't know, brother. Like, anyhow, I will share the video. You can go back and just look at it one more time. Okay. Okay. Going back on the trader platform, right? So this is basically a very basic things what you are looking at it for the trading perspective. Now, for the US, you can basically go ahead on the ninjatrader.com and buy the platform out. Why I'm suggesting buying the platform, which is very much important, because if you think about, if you want to buy the lease platform, now you are paying the lease fees and everything. But if you're buying a lifetime platform, that means this is lifetime platform is $1,100, like $1,099 or somewhere dollars, $1,100, which will allow you to do as many trade you want, and it will only gonna cost you 51 cents every single time you take a trade for the like any micros. Okay, and if you take any minis, it's gonna take you $2, or it depends on the what product you are trading. Okay, why this is very important for everyone to understand, like because in the stock, I don't know, for the US, you have flexibility of all these companies doesn't charge you anything for the trading, right? Let's say you want to trade the stock, they don't charge. Like, if it is Weibo, they stop charging on it. Like they don't charge. Robinhood don't charge. Charles Schwab, they used to charge, but now they are not charging. Like all these other companies, our TD Ameritrade, they also like have the same thing, right? Like, all these companies, they don't charge. It's kind of like free trading for them. But anytime when you touch the futures, doesn't matter if it is you are doing on the NinjaTrader or you are doing on the TD Ameritrade or any of the other platforms, they have their own fixed charges, which you have to pay no matter what.
Right now.
Okay. Okay. Now, going back to the website, like how can you buy it? So it's simple. Go to the ninjatrader.com. For the US perspective, I can show you what you need for the website perspective. Ninja Traders. Seriously. So this is the website where you can just go ahead and initially you can buy, like just a regular platform. You can go for it. Is like a free account. So initially you can just open an account with them. They will send you the simulation account. You can do a practice for 30 days and then get comfortable of the platform and everything. And after you feel comfortable, you can always buy the platform directly. Okay, most of the time, like people always feel buying a platform is much better. The reason behind that is right here. Free accounts, no platform fees, nothing. They don't charge anything, but only charge here is expensive. It goes quite the money. Okay, you buying like MYM, which is like micros. If you buy it, it's a 77 cents, and here is 51 cents, like 51 cents, right? I'm going back to the US perspective because I don't have any data about the Canada. So you have to check with Mudassir, please. He has I think he has a full information about what charges they are doing, what platform are doing it. Okay, so US.
It's the same charges for NinjaTrader plus the platform charges whichever they're using.
Perfect.
So
Thank you so much.
whichever platform they are on in Interactive Brokers or GFF, they have their own charges per contract.
Perfect. So one more thing, guys. I believe one more thing, Mudassir, I think you have already tested it out. So anybody who has the IBKR, they can connect their IBKR account to the NinjaTrader, right, Mudassir?
Yes, absolutely. And the I think instructions are very clear, very simple. Okay, these guys, they don't need to ask anyone if they know how to use the computer. They are doing the trading. I think very simple, A, B, C, D, E, F. The steps are there. Just in case they have some issues. Okay. On both sides, I have tried. Okay, check it out with them. I think the contact details are shared by Shifan Bhai as well. You can reach out to that person directly, and he responds to you within 24 hours, I believe. And the same thing on the IBKR, you can send them a message, personal message from your system, and they can respond to you over there.
Perfect.
The only thing, Harshul, this is Amit. How are you?
Yes, Amit, go ahead.
The only thing, if somebody wants to trade in more brokers, they need to have a multi-broker license from Ninja, guys. So somebody wants to do IBKR, somebody wants to do AMP, as well as GFF, they need a multi-broker license from Ninja. Okay, thanks.
And another thing is basically on the, I think I already shared the message on the group as well, that IB require 2 years of experience before they can allow you to trade futures. And GFF, I haven't asked them, okay, but we can explore that as well.
I'm already with GFF Mudassir Bhai, so they don't need an experience. Once you have the NinjaTrader license, you can have an account with GFF.
So Amit, quick question for you. So that
Please.
means GFF allows you to trade to transfer the money to the NinjaTrader without any issue, correct?
Absolutely.
And they're not charging.
Absolutely.
And they're not charging a single penny for any transactions.
No, sir.
Okay, so whoever wants to do the futures for the Canada perspective, you have two experts. One is Mr. Amit. Please do contact him, and one is Mudassir. Please do contact him. Both are like I've been in touch with Mudassir and Amit, both of them, because we all are going to be on the same boat. This is going to be like, I will show you how to trade, but how much money you can make, and then how much investment you are doing it. Okay, it will be an amazing. You guys will think that this is first thing we should have learned instead of going on the stock market, because the investment what you are going to do is way less, the transactions is also less, and the profit is going to be quite a good amount of profit as well. Okay, so one thing, I'm going back on the NinjaTrader platform website. Okay, so when you go here, there is a free platform. I don't know, check with Amit and Mudassir for the Canada perspective, how they are going to allow for the free perspective. But for the own, the reason behind I'm suggesting to go for a own, that means you are buying the full on license, and you don't have to pay a single dime for entire life. Either you are using it, your wife is using it, your kids are using it. As long as the laptop and everything is up and running, you can use this platform as many times as you want to. Okay, the cost is $1,100. It's a fix. Either you buy it for the $1,100 or you make it for the 4 monthly payment. Lease, it's there. You have the same opportunities what you have it for the, you can select the same what are the brokers you want to select, but lease, the fees are higher. Okay, again, I'm going back on the fees. The reason behind that is you are going to do a lot of transactions. If you do more transactions, let's say you have you earn $3,000 in a one day. Now out of $3,000, you basically made at least 200 transactions at that time frame. When you do a 200 transaction in a day, that means count that into $2 per transaction. That's a 4,000 USD. You are basically dumping it there. Okay, So make sure you understand what you are doing it. My personal suggestions, if you are in US or Canada, buy the full on licensing, and then you never have to worry about buying or leasing it. Leasing, you still have to pay every year $720. Okay, so 720, instead of paying 720 a year, why not just buy $1,000, like $1,100, buy the whole thing out, and you are good to go. Initially, you guys can do like free as well. Download the free one, use it, it's okay to pay a little bit extra, but you will understand what you are dealing with. I have a full-on license. Okay, so this is the Ninja website. This is the trading information, how you are going to trade, or what is the margin, initial intraday margin you need. Now, when I said intraday margin, that means you are only for the day perspective. Like you are from 9:30 to 9:30 to 4, you are doing the trading. That's basically a day trading perspective. If you are from 6 to the time you buy in from 6 o'clock till I think 10 o'clock, it's still fine. But I think around 10 to 12, somewhere like 10 o'clock to, they have particular time frame where they basically needs the margin has to be like your account has to be at least the amount, the number is right here, right? Let's say I want to buy the YM, like micro YM, which is like in a Dow Jones, that index. My intraday margin is $3, but my initial margins, which is like I need, that is $1,000. So my account at least have $1,000 for me to trade YM overnight. Okay, this particular sheet is gonna give you a lot of information, how much money you should have for the trading perspective. Okay, I will share share this information to you guys, and then like we can go from there. Now going to the next step, which is like, hey, the platform, how the platform look like. So you guys gonna get a regular simple account. Sorry, 1 second, let me just log off here. What? Seriously?
Hope you made money on those open accounts.
Look, it's minus right now. It's okay. I know I can make it up. Yeah, just go ahead and close it. No, I'm not worried about it. Because I know it's anyhow it's a weekend, right? So nothing gonna happen. So what are you gonna see when you like when you, let's say you paid for the licensing, you are when you go to the website, NinjaTrader website, you have the licensing and everything ready, you downloaded the platform. Now the platform will look like kind of this. This platform has the connection strings here. How you're gonna configure. So every time you when you open a new account, let's say you want to open multiple account, okay, using the GTT or GFF in Canada, right? You can open as many accounts as you want. Okay, you can transfer $1,000, $2,000, whatever you want to transfer in that account, you can do it. Okay, absolutely, there is nothing that are going to stop you. Okay, you can open an account for yourself, your wife's self, and all that account you can attach into one platform. Okay, and you can trade as many as you want, because the licensing what you bought is for the NinjaTrader, not the accounts. Okay, account you can create as many as you want, and you can add as many as you want here. Okay, like like this one particularly, right? This is my newer account, this is my older account. Okay, this is 2 right now, which is already active on my name, and I both are connected to the NinjaTraders. There's no limitations. Okay, so you can create, you can add as many as you want. There's no limitations on that as well. After when you buy the licensing, they're going to send you an information about what's your ID password and everything. So in the US, there's something called Phillip Capital. They are going like Phillip Capital, and there's one more company. They are the only one who is connected to Ninja Broker directly to transfer the funds. So you cannot just go ahead and transfer the funds in NinjaTraders. You have to have one third-party company who will hold the fund, and they will transfer to the NinjaTrader account, and then you'll be able to trade. in US, it definitely takes a time. Basically, if you do it before 10 a.m. every 10 a.m. in the morning, you will see a next day. So it takes a day for them to transfer the money and assign that money to the Ninja traders. Okay. Now going back on the platform, connection strings, right? I mean, like, hey, how can I have I have opened the account, I have everything ready. How can I register now? How can I connect? So just going back here, connections, configure. When you click on configure, you will be able to see all this platform here. Okay. When you will get an email say like, hey, you transfer the money so from the GTT or somewhere else. So you click on the NinjaTrader Continuum, add it here. It's gonna come down here, and then it's gonna prompt you for the ID password like this. You're not gonna see the password whatever, but this is how it's gonna come as this. Like, this is your ID, this is your password. Make sure when you have the account ready, like when you put the ID password, it's always gonna be like demo will be always checked in. You have to make sure this is checked out. Okay, because if you have this checked in, any transactions you are doing it is still going to be as a demo, and you will, even if you make, let's say, $1,000 on that, it's going to be not your money because it's selected as a demo. So make sure when you have the accounts, you have this checked out, then apply, and then go for it. It will start connecting it. After registering it, you just connect, saying like, hey, this is my connection, I want to connect this database, I want to connect this account. You will see a green light here that will show you you are connected to the NinjaTrader your account. And the first thing you want to know is your account funded or not. This is my simulation account, so don't worry about it. It shows like $1 million, but no, I don't have $1 million in the account. Okay, so just be careful. This is my simulation account, which shows like $936,000 on it. It's connected. Now what I want to do is like, hey, I want to trade something, let's say I want to trade oil. Excuse me. How I'm gonna go? So I'm gonna go to the new, and then I'm gonna click on the chart. When I click on the chart, it's gonna prompt here as an instrument. You select, drop down this, and let's say you want to do a future of oil. Oil is what? Oil is gonna be crude oil. So that's a CL. So you click on it. Now, how do I know? Because I've been doing it, and you can always look at this chart again and search for the crude oil directly here. Come on. This is soybean oil, which is ZL. I don't want to do a soybean oil. I want to do the crude oil right here. Crude oil futures, and it's a CL. That's a product name. Okay. If you want to play this, your intraday account should have at least 2,000 USD. Okay, and your initial margin, it needs to be at least $6,000. So your account has to be funded with 6,000 USD if you want to play a crude oil. Okay, CL, if you want to play, your account should have at least that money, what you see here. Again, I'm saying this is the US perspective. I'm not going on the Canada perspective. You have to look at it. What's the margin they are looking for, or what's the transaction fees? As Mudassir said, Mudassir Bhai said, this is what the fees they are charging it. But for the margin, you definitely have to look at it. I don't know, Mudassir Bhai, do you know anything about? Is that the same margin they are looking for in the Canada as well?
They have a different one. Like, this is from NinjaTrader. So the brokerage, they have their own list. Okay.
Okay.
I can share the list, but I think let's move on with this one. I can share that one on the group as well.
You can just share it into the group. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Right. So now I want to do a crude oil trading. Now the whole thing, like I'm just keeping everything as it is. I'm not changing anything, no values, I'm modifying it. I'm only modifying this particular part, text and marker, to markers only. If you have text and markers, I will show you what's going to happen. Let me open it and you will see a mass. Okay, this one doesn't have it because I haven't traded the oil in the my simulation account, but I know I have traded the NQ on my simulation account as it is, not changing it. This is the mass you are going to look at it. Like how many trades I have taken, it's going to show you. This is my entry, entry, entry. I close this, I close this, I close this, I sell it, close, buy, entry. And this is only a one part, right? Like, if you have multiple, like, day traded multiple time, you're going to see all this mess. And then you will figure, like, you will not be able to figure out what is going to be happening in it. So the best thing is always disable that. I'm just going to remove these lines. Markers only, apply. Okay, so only thing now I can see is the chart. How does it look like? These are the tricks which shows like I took a trade here, I sold it, I took a trade here, I sold it, I took a trade here, I sold it as many times as you can trade. Now, one thing here to see is you can add as many commodities you want to on the same page, and then you are good to go. Let's say I want to add ES as well. So NQ is here. Now I'm going to add ES. Again, going back on the futures and then click on the ES, you will see, you will find it right here. ES is S&P 500. Okay. So change this to markers and you're good to go. Now I'm going to show you exactly how much money your investment will be and how much money you can make if you are on the right trend. Okay. Now let's go back on this PDF again. One more time. To play a futures, okay, let's go all the way up to here. To play a ES futures, basically S&P 500 futures, if you want to play, your account should have at least $500, at least, as I said, at least $500 to play with, to initial one particular position. That doesn't mean that this is what is going to cost you to buy the position. Okay, your account should have at least 500 USD to buy a one position in the ES future. Now, then how much is going to cost? Like, let's say if I have a $500, can I just go ahead and do a trading? Yes, you can do a trading, but how much is going to cost me per transaction, like, or per position? This is what's going to happen. You take a position at 1 second. I'm going to take it here. So let's say I'm taking a position at one position. Okay, you can see here it says order quantity. I'm only taking a one position at 41.56, right? Let's just say buy ask. I took a one position. Okay, now you can see it's 0.25 minus. I'm going to go change this to $1. Now you can see here it says 12.50. So taking a one position, it's going to cost you $12.50 if you're playing the ES. Like $12.50 your investment. Now let's say you are on the right trend, right? What's going to happen? Let's say you took a position at 41.56. Okay, what's going to happen if the trend is on my side? Let's say the RSI and everything is showing me that the stock is going to go, like, or the future of the S&P or ES is going to go further up. How much I can make? Each point, let's say from 41.56 to 41.57, that 1 point increase will give you 50 USD, and that always happens in a minute or two. Okay, so you can do a trading on this, and then you can make a $50 every point it goes up. Let's say if ES goes from 41.56 to 41.60, that's a 4 point up. That will be 200 USD on $12.50 investment. Okay, the investment is only $12.50. Now you are getting in 4 point up, you are basically getting 200 USD. The margin what you need is 500 to do a trade for the ES. The margin what you need for the NQ, it's 1,000. Margin for the oil is a different. Margin for everything is different. Look at it. Look at the amount of money it's gonna go up. 125 under a minute. Okay, under a minute. Again, the whole reason behind playing a future is you can make a fast, quick money, in and out, in and out. A day trading, right? This is what the word I'm gonna use it here. A day trading. Why a day trading? Because I want to go in, take a position. I know my chart. I know my indicators. Everything is showing me that hey, it's gonna go up. I took a position using a $12.50, and then like $4 additional I had to pay because of the transaction fees, right? So that's going to be like $17 investment for me, $17.50. What I'm getting back is every point it goes up, I'm getting 50 USD back. At the end, I'm basically making 37 to 38, $30 plus. I'm making it a net profit in my account. That means you can basically trade this every damn minute to go in, go out, go in, go out. You can do this all day. As I said, all day means you can trade futures from 6 p.m. on Sunday till Monday till 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 to 6, that 2 hours, you will be seeing the futures will be like available, but it's not going to be traded as heavily. 5 to 6, that 1 hour is future closed. Okay, completely closed. So if you have a position at 4, like 5 o'clock or 4:30, let's say you have a position open at 5:30 and 4:30, and you forgot to close it. What's going to happen? At that time, your position will be still there if you are in a green. If you are in a minus, then what's going to happen is going to look at your intraday margin and see if you have an account in, like if you have money in your account, you should be able to use like they should be able to use it, and they're going to charge you $50 because they have to take that position to the next day. Next day means the 6 o'clock is the next day starts. Okay, very important. You can do 22 days, the 22 hours trading for the futures. Okay, 22 hours, not a 1 hour. You're looking at 22 hours, you can do a trade. The only fallback here is, the very important one is, you have to have an exit strategy. That means you must set a stop loss. Let's say you have $1,000 in the account and you are taking a one ES contract. That's the margin required is $500. Now, what is your stop loss? Your stop loss have to be there. What I would always suggest is your stop loss should be only and only like 1 point to 2 point. That means 8 tick and you are out. That means $25. That's the maximum you want to lose, because your the money in your account is minimum. If you have, let's say, 100,000 USD, you can take a risk and go with the flow. I'm okay with that. If the minimum balance, you should, if you want to play the margin, the minimum balance is there, but at least you should have 12 to 15,000 USD to the account to play the ES and to play the NQ. Okay, very clear. If you don't have $12,000, just put like 5,000 USD. And what you can do, start with the micros. Micros also going to give you very solid profit. Now, here is the catch. Let's say if you want to do like the directly ES, right? One ES going to cost you $500, right? The margin is $500. You have only $1,000. You are done. Like, you can take only one more position and that's it. That's your margin is done. You don't have any more room to grow. Other hand, what I would always suggest with the small accounts, right? Like, let's say you have only $2,000, put that $2,000. And what you can do, instead of buying the e-mini or like, minis, buy the micros. Why? Because micro, the intraday margin is only 50 USD. So you can scalp it. That means if I'm in a minus, I can buy one more. Why? Because my account has 1000 USD or 2000 USD. I can go all the way to the 2000 USD. That means I can buy as many contract as I want to in micros. Okay, very important. If you have a small account, play with micros. Do not jump in directly for the minis. Mini has very good profit. It will give you $200 in 2 point. That's fine. But like 4 point, it's gonna give you $200. And you can see, you're always gonna see ES or NQ or even Dow Jones. It goes up and up and down very high as well. Particularly Dow Jones and NQ. If Dow Jones goes up, you can see it goes up at least 100 point, 200 point. NQ, which is Nasdaq, and everybody has seen it. If it is short, you can short it out, and it's gonna go down 100 point, 200 point. Every single, look at from last week, 2 week, 3 week. It's not gonna be only 30 points down or 40 points down. It's not gonna happen. NQ has that power to go up that high and to go down that high. Okay, so what does that mean for me? Let's say I have only $1,000 for the NQ to play. Okay, I took a one NQ, and what's going to happen is I know the trend, and I can see it's going to go further up. What is going to help me? Let's say if that goes 100 point up, Nasdaq 100 point up, that means you're going to make 2000 USD in a day. How? I will show you how it gets calculated. The calculation is simple. If Nasdaq goes 100 point up, if Nasdaq goes 100 point up, that's 100 point into each point. It's gonna give you $20. Every point the Nasdaq goes up, it's gonna give you $20. That's right there, $2,000 on only $5 investment. ES has the max, when you buy the ES, your investment is $12.50. Okay, this is how it is. ES charge you more. It's because it's a S&P 500, right? It's one of the biggest one. It doesn't move that fast. From 4150 to 4160, it takes at least a day or two to go that high. Nasdaq, it doesn't go that much. It can go 30-40 point in a day, and it can come down that fast as well. Okay, in a day is still a small, small amount I'm saying, but it can go up and down that fast. This is Nasdaq. So what if you look at this, right? It's going up and down, up and down. Why? Because the trend always change. So you always have to look at going back on. Remember, I was on the call. I don't know whoever attended the Jigar's meeting, but whoever attended it, there was one thing I was talking about, every indicators what Jigar was talking about. Most of the indicators, you have to use it in this to understand what your trend is and how you can make the maximum profit out of it. Okay, so I'm going to go back. How can I add the indicators? So on the top here on the chart line, you will see here as indicators. You click on the indicators, and what's going to happen is all these indicators are available to use. Okay, the list is very long. It's not a small list. You can add as many indicators as you want, whatever you like it, whatever you feel comfortable, you can add all of this. The one of the biggest one, what I use it is Bollinger Band. Absolutely, because that's the one which can tell me how the what is the trend look like. Then the second one is the EMA. Why EMA? Because I want to see the trend, how the trend look like. Here, very first thing I change is the period. I don't want the 14. Remember Jigar's discussion or Jigar's video? He had the EMA for 4, 9, and 18. The three important things. Okay, the 4, 9, and 18. I'm gonna do the same thing. My first EMA is 18. I'm gonna keep it that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the color for the EMA to the 18 is the red one. I wanna keep it. Okay, I'm going to add a next EMA one more time. You can change as like you can add as many as you want, but it's all about like how you're gonna take a trade, how successful the trade you want. The second one will be, let's say, turquoise, and this one is gonna be, first is 18, the second one is 9, and the third EMA is gonna be 4. Okay, and in that I'm gonna color something different. Let's do this one as a blue. Okay, and what other indicators you guys are using it, I don't know, but mine very important one is MACD, and also I like RSI. Why? I'm doing a day trading. I'm not doing a long term. This is not a long term. This is 100% day trading. Okay, this is my chart look like. What does it shows me? Hey, I know you guys have done all the trading by yourself, but what does this show me? Based on this chart for 15-minute, I'm going to change this chart for the 15-minute. You can just click here, select what chart you want to set to, 15-minute, 30 minutes, whatever you like it, you can set it up. Okay, I set it up as a 15-minute. What I see, 15-minute chart shows me like, hey, I'm still under here. Do I see a momentum coming up? No, I don't see anything. Do I see RSI sitting like near the half? Yes, I can see. So what, based on this, what I can say is, on Monday the market has a chance to go further up or down, because it's nothing, right? So Sunday night at 6 p.m. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a long position for the ES or NQ, because again I'm gonna go back and look at the chart and I'm gonna take the position. For me, I have the account what I have, it has the fund, so I'm not worried about it, because I can go for the long overnight and it's not going to impact me. But for you, when you are doing something for the long term, sorry, for the overnight, make sure you have the funds what is required for you to hold it overnight. Okay, the whole thing overnight. Why? Because overnight you can see a lot of actions happens. Okay, low volume. When you have a low volume on the indexes, you can see the change or the trend will go up and down very fast. Very important for me, because I don't want to lose money. I want to always gain money. Now this is, based on this, I'm saying like, hey, this is going to go further up. Now the trend change, it may fall. I'm going to look at this, right? It just shows like $100 minus. That's a if you have $500 in your account and 100 minus right now, you are basically $400. You are short of even like trading the ES or NQ, right? Like trading the ES directly. So then you have to go back on the micros. I don't want you to do that. What I would suggest is there's something called at the money strategy, okay, which is called ATM. What does this particular thing, what it does? It's very, very important for everyone to know. I'm gonna close this one. I'm in minus right now. It's fine. There's just sell it. Now this is the situation what I'm looking at it. Let's say I'm taking a custom. So at ATM, I'm gonna click here, drop down. You're gonna see a custom here. Click on the custom. What you're gonna see this particular things. This is ES. ES, as I said, like ES doesn't go that high. It will go up like 20 point maximum, or like 15 point maximum. So you can set up some parameters here. Like let's say for the ES, I'm gonna say that if the ES fall 4, or like let's say 4 into 4, 16. This is set to ticks. Okay, it's all set to ticks. That means 4 tick equal to 1 point. Okay, keep that one thing in mind. If 4 tick happens, let's say from 41.10 to 41.9, that's a 1 full point. But that one full point is right here. You can look at it, right? 25, 50. You can see my mouse. It's changing from 75, 25, right? So 4 tick is going to be 1 full point. So let's say I want to keep, if the ES fall down 4 point, take exit. Okay, take an exit. That 4 point minus, that means I'm basically losing $200. Again, my You can set this one as like, 1 as well. One full point is like 4. Or you can do as a 8 as well. Okay. Whatever you feel comfortable, you can set it up. It all depends on how much money you have in the account, and always suggest to start with the micros because the risk is low, the money you are going to invest is low, and the money you're going to gain, it's all can, you can hold it for the long term as well, and you can make quite a good amount of the money. Strategies, very important. Okay, this is one thing is very, very, very important. What I want to do is I want to take a profit. When do I take a profit? ES goes 30 point, 30 point up. So that's a 30 into 4, that's 120. That's a too big, right? Now I want to just take a profit at 60. If 60 point go, like if 60 goes up, my position should exit. No matter what, I'll be happy with the profit. I'll move out. Okay, this is the simple strategy. Nothing I'm doing like, nothing I'm doing something crazy. I'll show you what's going to happen. Okay, let's say I bought a position. Okay, now you can see here there's two things. One is sell limit, one is a sell stop loss. This is my stop loss. If ES fall down 8 tick, that means like 2 point, if that fall down, my position will be exit no matter what. Okay, let's do a trend on the uptrend. What's going to happen? Okay, so this is in simulation, you can change the trend. If you want to be a bull or if you want to be a bear, what do you want to do? You can do all this testing here. Okay, this is called a back testing strategies. How do you want to do it, and how you can maximize the profit with the strategy? What are you going to use with the indicators? What are you going to use, and every single thing. Okay, so if you look at this, right, it's going to go up, up, up. What's going to happen at 4170? That's my 60 tick, right? The position will exit. So if you look at it right now, it's 4158, 59. At 4170, I will get the profit and it will move out. Now look at it, right? How many? $220, 60 point, right? Right now it says 4.75. So if it is 5 point up, that means 5 into 4, that's a 20 tick up. And how much profit you made? $250, 20 tick. Now, why one particular position? Like, why only I'm taking a one position? Can I take 10? Can I take more? Like, can I take 2 positions? Yes, you can take as many positions as you want. The maximum what I have seen is 100. I believe you can do it if you want to do 1,000 as well, but your account should be able to. Again, this is the key, right? This is all cash account, and the whole thing is your excess margin. Do you have that much funding in your account to handle the 1,000 position if you want to buy it? Excuse me. So you can see, like, it's just going up, right? It's still going, like I'm changing the trend, right? Like it's still going up. Market is basically going on my side, and I can make, that's a $550. How much I invested? Only $1,250. $1,250 investment. Now I'm up exactly $600. Your margin is $500. Your investment is $1,250, and the return what you're gonna get is higher. But you have to make sure that you are looking at the strategy, you are looking at the chart, and you know exactly how you're going to take a profit and move out. What I do, I will show you one more thing as well. This is my personal choice. The way there you go. My position is exit. I took a profit and it moved out. It's simple. Let's keep it, instead of simple, let's make it a little bit different. So again, I'm just going back here. You can click on the custom, and then here you can say, here's the one thing, like it says stop strategy. It's set to none. I'm gonna change this to custom. It's gonna open a new window. It's right here, auto trail. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. I want to trail my stop loss to maximize the profit. Let's say the trend change and the whatever the profit you have, now you're gonna lose it, right? So instead of that, how about, like, let's you have a stop loss, but how about you trail that stop loss to the further up to maximize the profit? Because yes, I'm not worried about it. It's not gonna go as fast as NQ goes. Okay. Again, I'm talking about NQ because it has the power to go up and down every single minute from 5 point to 20 point. Okay. Now, what is this thing doing? Auto trail. What is exactly it's going to do? What is my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be the same as right here is 8. What is my profit trigger? So every single time, if the ES goes every single tick, again, I'm going back to the tick, right? Here we are set as a tick, 60 tick, and it should exit. Here, what I'm going to do is, let's say every 5 tick that goes up, my profit should move further up. If that goes down, my stop loss is right here, and it has to exit. So now what's going to happen in this situation, I will show you. Okay, don't change anything on the frequency. Keep the frequency as it is. No need to modify it. Here you can change 5, 10, 15. The maximum you can go is 60, right? So even if you do more than like 100 here, it's not going to help because your trigger is right here. This is your profit trigger for 5 to take the auto trail or the stop loss to move further up. The profit is still going to be the 60. If the 60 point or 60 tick happen, the position will close automatically and you are done. Okay, I'm just saying like close it. Now let's take a position in the bear side. Okay, I want to be a bear. Change the trend downstairs. So this is a bear side and this is the bull side. The neutral is different. What I'm going to look at it is my stop loss. This one, it will start moving further down. Remember I said 5 tick. So that means as soon as it hit 5 tick, you're going to see, there you go. It started moving down. You see this? Sorry for that noise, but this is how it's going to come. It's going to irritate you all the time, but this is what called profit already printing for you. Now, what do you see right now? It says I'm $175 plus, but in reality, I still have that stop loss sitting there. Now, let's say the trend got changed. Okay, I'm going to change the trend to the bull side. I will say this is going to go in minus from 212. See, it's going to the minus. It's going to hit the 4186 and it exit. Why? Because that's my stop loss. I move my stop loss from my initial margin when I get in the profit. I want to make the profit out of it, the maximum profit out of it by doing this. Okay, very important, guys. Like, this is the key. There you go. I took $125 in probably like a minute or two. I don't know. You can look at the ES, how fast it's gonna go. But in my trend, I took $125. Why? Because my stop loss got moved further down. Instead of losing all whatever the money you have invested, like $12.50, instead of losing that, now I'm trailing down, and that will at least give me $125 back, and I'm exit. Can you scalp it? Can you buy like instead of more than one to like 10? Yes, you can buy 10. Simulation account, you can do even 100. I don't mind. But when you do a live account, let me just show you what's going to happen. Okay, right now there is no position. There should not be any position running for me. Okay, perfect. So what is exactly this is running? Strategy, nothing. Position. Come on. This is just the data how you are doing it. So it shows there's a short position sitting on my name. Okay, going back here. So now you can see intraday margin is 0. Okay, let's say if you have a good funding a good funding account. Okay, like let's say you have $50,000 account. What's going to happen if you buy a 10 position? You can absolutely. I buy a 10 position. What's going to happen? Let's see. It's a bull trend. Okay, now let me just change this. Let's do a sell ask. Okay, and let's be a bear. 10th position it's going to cost you 5,000 USD. Okay. The amount is what you should have in your account for the position to give you money. Okay. What happened? Look at the profit you are getting. Instead of $125 or $100, now you are getting a 1,000 USD. Okay. Again, it all depends on how much money you have in the account. So make sure you have sufficient fund to, take more quantities. But this particular strategy is must for everybody who wants to play in the futures. Why? Because futures can print a hell lot of money, and it can take a hell lot of money as well. Because if you don't have this strategy which has a stop loss, this can go, if the bull run happens and you are become a bear, you can basically go down $50,000-$60,000. Okay, that means, like, let's say you have $50,000 account, and if you forgot the position overnight and things get on the other side, let's say if that goes like if you have a 10 position of the future and it goes, let's say you have ES at one position, and then one position is basically like, if that goes down, ES goes down 100 point, that means you are losing quite a good amount of money. If you calculate that simple, 1250 is the initial investment, right? That's a one tick investment into four. That becomes your $1.50. Okay, so every point it goes down, you are losing $50. Let's say it went down 30 points. That's a 50 into 30. That's exactly the money you are losing it. So your account should have that much funds to hold it. If you don't have that much fund, the NinjaTrader automatically will exit you out. Okay, it will automatically sell your position, move you out. Unless you don't put the extra funding in the account, you will not be able to do it, right? You had to wait for your account to be funded again to do a trading. Okay, so this is the whole the future trading. You can do the same thing for the CL, NQ, ES. The strategy is right there. You can set it up by yourself or whatever. Again, like, everybody has their own digestive systems. Okay, mine is like probably not the highest one, probably the mid one, because I have a small account. I would say somebody has a big account, they have a, they can take a loss for, like, let's say $1,000. So what they can do is simple thing, right? Like, if they're playing NQ, and NQ is basically 20, every 1 point is going to give you $20. So $1,000 divided by 20, that's many tick you want to set. So if the future, or if the market goes other side around, this is what you want to set. Your stop loss should have a good amount of the tick to go down. In ES, this is fine. You can set the ES as 8 tick because it's not going to go right like 2 point in a minute or two. Okay, but for NQ, my stop loss for the NQ is at least 100. Okay, why 100 or 120 tick? Because I can handle if the NQ goes down heavily. Okay, because again, why I can handle? It's going to go down and it's going to touch the RSI and it's going to come up. Simple. Indicators are there. Indicators, your friend here. If the RSI says like, hey, I'm sitting at 70, I'm going to come down. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes. Absolutely, it's going to come down in 15 minutes because you are going to look at the 50-minute chart. You look at the 10-minute chart, you're going to see the same thing. So it's all about how, looking at the chart, looking at the MACD and everything. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to unmute everybody. I want your, I want to know like who, what do you guys think so far? You guys can unmute yourself.
Ashur bhai, is there an expiry for this, or you can just keep on playing?
For the futures, as long as you have money in your account, there is no expiry.
Okay.
But keep one thing in mind, right? Like, just let's say you have 10,000 USD in the account and you are buying one ES or one NQ, then make sure that if the market goes, up on your side, you can keep it. You can leave it as much as you want, because there's nobody gonna stop you. But it's all about digestive system, right? That's a key. If I'm losing $500, I will exit. That's a panic exit. I will always do that. That's
How
a
much is
maximum.
one contract for NQ? One contract is how much?
So NQ one contract is gonna be $5. Let's say you want to buy one position for the NQ, it's gonna cost you 5 USD. What happened? 5 USD, and then 4 tick happens, it goes up. You're gonna get $20 in your account. You can see the $20 gain happens. The unrealized gain, what you see here, is gonna go further up.
And you can
NQ,
buy 5 contracts, 10 contracts you can buy, right?
as long as you have fund in your account, whatever you
Right.
want to buy. But again,
Okay.
if you want to buy 10 contracts, remember the initial or intraday margin, right? 10 contracts into 10 like $1,000. That's a $10,000 you should have in your account to buy the NQ. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay.
keep that
And
in mind.
also, Rishabhai, if it goes negative, you have to have the overnight margins for NQ, which is 12,000 or 11,000 overnight, basically holding it
ES,
after 445. That's important.
yes. For ES is 12,000 USD or 13,000 USD, and for the NQ is 18,000 USD, because that's the price you're gonna pay if the for the overnight perspective. So you should at least have that much funding in your account. Like, guys, don't think about overnight. I would not suggest to go overnight right now. I would only suggest one thing is go with the micro. Why? Because micro is the smallest one. You can play around. You
So you play 15 minutes or 20 minutes. That's what you're suggesting? Or 1 hour?
chart is all you. I would.
Yeah.
The way I'm doing is 15 minutes to get the trend. It's just gonna show me like 15 minutes is gonna show me here, right? How the trend look like. It's touching the Bollinger Band on the bottom one. It hasn't passed it here on 15-minute candles. It's on the middle right here, right? It is still on the Bollinger
मेरा
Band.
बैच खत्म कर दिया
Huh?
What is your average, Ashwin? When do you exit? How many minutes? Like 1 hour, 2 hours? Like how do you play?
Mine is basically set as here, right? Like the ticker, that if that goes down, so if NQ goes down, let's say 100 point, that 100 tick, my position will exit no matter what. I will be happy to take the loss, move out. I'm okay with that. It's all about how much you are okay to deal with it. It goes up, mine is stop trailing happens, and then I will always get the maximum profit out of the by trailing it. I will always maximum profit out of it. So that's how I trail. I do future in my side. Trailing is the key here. If you trail it correctly, you are always going to come out profitable. If you don't trail it, you can lose money. Initially, I did the mistakes. Okay, I learned from my mistakes. One of the biggest mistake I did was keep a position. I bought a position, I kept it overnight. I was up $2,000 one day. I was happy, like, yay, I made $2,000. I was happy. I said, like, you know what? I can do the same thing the next day as well, right? I left it. It was 4,000 USD minus. Why? Because I did not understand about the stop loss strategy. Now the whole thing is, I want to make sure the stop loss strategy happens. So I don't want to lose like 4,000 USD, 8,000 USD, 10,000 USD. My tick is right there. I'm taking one position. If the reversal happen, I want exit out. I don't want to see it, because that's how you want to trend it, and that's how you want to do it on overnight if you want to play it, right? Overnight, you are sleeping. You are not looking at the laptop overnight as well. So on the overnight side, your exit strategy has to be there. On day, you buy a stock, and tell me, like, simple thing. Okay, this is the one big question I'm going to ask everybody in this group as well. Let's say you buying a one stock, it's going to cost you $5. Okay, and you to go from $5 to the $20 in a one stock, it will take quite amount of the time. But in futures, to go from $5 to $20, it will take only 4 tick. That means a minute or less than a minute, you can go in and out and you can make $15 extra in your pocket. Why this is very important? Because if somebody has a small account, you are going on the small account and you can day trade this every damn minute. You take a position, you move out. You take a position, you move out. Let me show you guys a very, very important thing, right? Like this is a day trading chart, right? Now you can see it's all consolidating. You guys know about this, right? Like, you know, how the chart looks like. This is consolidation. When it goes up, this uptrend, if you look at it, that one big candle, okay? I'm just looking at it from here to here, 41.52 to 41.56. That's a 4 tick up, 4 point up, my bad, 4 point up in a 1 minute. Again, it's a ES. So $50 into 4, that's a $200 in a 1 minute. I don't think stock will give it to you. Even option will not give it to you. Okay. And if you know the trend and if you stick with the trend, you can absolutely make. So look at this, right? It's going down, down, down. It went up here. You can take exit here. If you have the guts, keep it, because it's still touching the 4 EMA. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. You sell it at here or here. That's the profit you're gonna get from 41.63 to all the way to 41.52. That's a 10 point down. That's a 500 USD. In if you count this is a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like probably 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes, and you are looking at $500. Here's the key: you are not looking at 500 stock. You're looking at only certain futures. Okay, certain indexes. That's it.
But when to enter and when to exit, that's also an issue, no?
That is the key when you want to look at when to exit and when to enter. It's all about the indicators. Okay, what is showing me as indicators? This RSI is basically one of my friend who is telling me, if I'm looking at it right now, hey, I'm sitting at 58. What's going to happen? Either it's going to go further up to 70 and it's going to fall down. No matter what, if you look at it, right, the time it goes to 70 to 75, that's a maximum. It's going to go up. It has to come down. And when that happens, that's a big dip right there. Look at this. When it happened, it always comes here. Now, if you calculate this is almost like, 5-10 point. If it is 5 point, count that 5 point into 50. That's a $250, and that's a 1 minute in $250. Again, the investment, what you are doing, the profit, what you are taking, it's very big and it's very vast. Okay, there is no limit on this. You can take hundreds trade. Okay, you can take even 1,000 trade, no matter whatever you are doing it. The whole thing is you should know the indicators, when to go in, when to go out. Okay, I'm gonna stop myself. I want everybody to ask me a question, and I'll be happy to answer whatever the questions you guys have right now.
Can you show the trending stop one?
Repeat the question, pardon?
You are using.
Repeat the question.
You are using only RSI, or you are using these EMAs and
5.
I'm using, so these are the indicators I'm using. Bollinger Band, one of my favorite one. EMA 18, EMA 9, EMA 4. That's a 3 indicators, right? MACD, RSI. These are the 5 indicators I use.
Hi, Harshal.
Yes, hi.
So you mean that if the RSI is at the top, which is above 70 or 60, then wait for then you can do a short right here. And
correct.
Then,
but the whole thing is, don't look at the 1 minute chart. it will have a bigger volume. Like, the noise is always there. So always go with the trend, what you see in the 15-minute, okay? When I look at the 15-minute, even the 1 minute was showing me like, hey, I'm already high, but 15 minutes shows me like, hey, I'm basically sitting at 50. I'm not worried about it. I can, if that 1 minute shows me like, hey, I'm gonna come down, I'm not worried about it, because the 15 minutes is still showing me like, hey, I'm in the profit. I'm seeing it, it's gonna go further up. So look at the chart is very important in this one, okay? Because the one thing I'm working right now is with some other companies who is basically doing the automated trading, okay, which I'm working on it. So as soon as I have that comfortable sitting on my machine, I can show you guys like how the automated trade gonna happen. But for now, it's all about how you take a trade, what is your strategy when you want to exit, and what you want to stop, like, trail that profit to the maximum profit you can take. And that's a basic, it's right here, the ATM strategy. Very, very, very important.
That's very well said, Harshal bhai. ATM strategy is very, very important. The stop loss and the trailing. It's that's wonderfully you've explained on this.
Absolutely. Anybody has any other questions?
What I understood, we'll see the 15-minute graph, okay? And if the RSI is at the top or let's say or at the bottom, then we'll take the trade accordingly, right? But we'll focus only on 15-minute chart, right?
So my strategy is that way, yes. And again, like, so let me just show you the way my account is, right? If we look at this, it's gonna come. 1 second, let me just show you. There's no position. Oh, okay. Disconnect. Okay, so what you see right now is my account. Okay, this is what I have in my account. So for me, I can handle it 15-minute downtrend because I can still scalp it. If the market falls down for 15 minutes, say like the 30-40 point down, I can scalp it. I can buy one more, I can buy two more to average down. I'm not worried about that perspective. But when you are like, again, even in this big account, I'm still going as the micro. Why? Because I want to maximize my profit. In mini, you are paying $12.50 for ES, but in micro, you're only paying $1.25, and your margin is only $50, right? So what I'm looking at it, like, I'm gonna pay $50 for $125, $1.25 for the margin perspective. I'm okay with that. If you have a $500, you can buy 10. If the market fall down all the way RSI to the 30s or 20s, the trend gonna happen. It's gonna come up. When that happens, at that time you can basically buy from 1 position to 2 position to 3 position, right? You can scalp it, because you can always be a bull, you can always be a bear, whatever you want to be. But it's all about the trend. 15-minute will give you an like indications what's going to happen in the trend perspective. But you want to trade based on the 1 minute or 5 minute chart. So if I want to take a position right now, I look at it. For me, 15 minutes shows me like, hey, I'm touching the Bollinger Band. There's two things going to happen. Either it's going to go further up, either it's going to go further down. Based on the Bollinger, based on the RSI, what I can see, hey, I'm sitting at 44. The chances for me to go up. Oops, somebody's playing with me. I can see right here, RSI is showing me like, hey, I'm curving down. I'm gonna come down. So that means based on this, I can take a small, a small short position here, right? And what's gonna happen? I can take a short position at like 41.57. The market, if you look at it for the 5 minute, it's sitting the same way, saying like, hey, I'm about to curve myself and it's gonna come down. So I'm gonna take a position at that point, and I can, like, again, if the 1 point goes down, I want to take that 1 point profit. If the 10 point goes down, I want to take the 10 point profit. Here, the whole thing is profit taking. If you are in minus, if the market goes, the reverse side of you have to have an exit point. This is like really a stock market. Okay, if you don't have an exit point, that's a disaster. Options, you are okay to lose whatever the investment you have done. Let's say you have bought $100 options for like any of them, you are okay to lose $100. That's fine. But here, you have to have the exit strategy. Very important.
Also, if you have the funds, you can do precision trading because you can hold it overnight, and
Correct.
in 2 days it's going to go up or down. You could do that as well.
It's remember, like the way we are saying, it's all about the funding, how much fund you have in the account and what you want to do. At the end, the futures is basically a small investment with a good profit. And when I said good profit, that means think about if NASDAQ overnight goes up 100, 200 point, okay? 200 point if the NASDAQ goes up in overnight, you are basically sitting for that $5 investment, what you have done, it's going to give you 4,000 USD overnight. If NASDAQ goes up a 200 point, every 100 point NASDAQ goes up, it's going to give you $2,000.
Agreed.
Now,
I have a question, Harshal, right?
yes, go for it.
So if this is such a good thing to invest, why are not everyone jumping in this?
That's a big question, my friend.
It's a very risky strategy, very risky.
Yes.
It's not easy, buddy.
Remember the whole thing, the reason behind I'm saying is, you should, or your account has to be very heavy. Okay. You are looking at this, like, you're not looking at 1,000 stocks. You're looking at only certain numbers of the indexes. But remember, all these indexes or the NASDAQ and everything, what happened if all the stock goes down? NASDAQ will follow the same pattern. It's going to fall down. What happened? All the stock goes up. NASDAQ will follow that.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, what you're looking at it's the stock market. But futures is at least gives, like, you only looking at only certain futures, not the whole market futures.
Okay.
Like,
so I have one question.
Yes.
Like, if I have an account with TD in Canada, and then I can link up my account, transfer to NinjaTrader, and do all this thing?
I believe so, yes, because I think NinjaTrader was saying the TD is there, right? Selected brokerage. Yeah, TD Ameritrade is there. So yes, you can. Interactive broker is there. You can. So if you have account in the interactive brokers, IB, TD Ameritrade, or any others, yes, you can absolutely. A non-US is right there. FX.
I don't think you can link up with the Canadian one. Only the US TD Ameritrade you can do, but not TD direct investing.
Oh,
okay.
So then I have to open a new account
right.
as a TD Ameritrade.
You can
in
link
Canada,
to
you can do it on AMP. Also, there's a platform called AMP, and there is GFF, as these guys were saying.
AMP used to be. AMP is no more. I already talked to the I already talked to Ninja Traders as well. They are saying like we are not supporting AMP anymore. I believe Mudassir bhai, you also had an email as well, right, from them?
Which one is it? No, I use only IB right now. On GFF, I'm under discussion with them, and this is the question the guys are asking.
The AMP, right?
I have AMP, GFF, IB.
Amit bhai, there was a document. There was a one of the link which I saw which says AMP is no more supporting. Okay, so if you have an account, they are allowing it, but the newer account they are not supporting it.
Yeah, because I opened it last year.
Yes.
I opened it in October, not now.
So I'm not using MP4, right?
Now.
MP4 or MP5. AMP.
But again, guys, so the whole reason behind I took this class is just to show you that if you want to do this, you can do this as well. Let's say, see, the whole reason, one of the biggest reason is like, I know the stock market is like all the stocks are going down at this point. You cannot just go ahead and short the stock, okay? Because that's going to cost a lot of money as well. Use this because you can see NASDAQ goes up and down, ES goes up and down, oil goes up and down, oil, like, gold goes up and down. Only looking at 5 things instead of looking at 500 stocks. And the investment, what you are doing for the one particular position is not even that heavy. Like NQ, $5 investment for $1,000 margin. Your account should have 1,000 USD to trade one NQ. Okay, don't buy the NQ. If you have $1,000, just play with the micros. That will also it's gonna take time for you to make money on the micros. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But it will print profit. It will give you from 50 cents to $5 or $10 or even $100. Okay, that will give you $100. That 100 point up, which shows you 2,000 USD in the NQ, in micro is going to give you $200 by putting only 50 cents. Okay, this is the main important, like the way the way these guys are trading the micros. You can scalp it. You can buy one at some point. If the let's say you are being a bull, you bought it at 13,300. The market came down 13,200 on one day. That's 100 point down. That's like kind of crazy. What I would do, I would buy one position at that time. That 100 point down is going to average down my my buying price, right? It's going to average down and it's going to put it somewhere near to the middle of it. I can buy a third one. Why? If I'm buying 3 of them, it's still going to cost me 150 USD for my intraday margin. It's not going to cost me more than that. Now you have a 3 position or 4 position, right? Now the price is already at the 25 point difference, from 100 point to 25 point difference. What you can do is basically, the time it goes up, because as soon as you see 100 point down, you will absolutely see 15-minute chart that, hey, RSI is sitting somewhere on the 30s or 20s. Okay, that means it's going to go up no matter what. This is exactly what you know about this stock trading, how the stock goes up on the day trade. If you look at the chart, every time you look at any of the stock, it says like, hey, this is the trend. I'm sitting at the RSI 30. You will understand the same process here. It's going to go up, and absolutely it's going to go up, and you're going to make money. Okay.
So I have one more question, Harshal.
Yes.
So what I was reading theoretically was that futures is a future contract, and you need to take the delivery of the stuff. So what we are buying here is a contract which is an expiry, or what is it?
No. So this is there is no expiry on this. Okay. For the futures, there is no expiry. You can basically buy 1 position to 2 position, and you can hold it as long as you have money in your account. You can hold it. If you don't
Harshal bhai, sorry to interrupt here.
No problem.
This is Alpesh. I think the contract has expiry for 3 months.
I never I've been looking at the NinjaTrader website. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah, because when you buy one contract, it does have an expiry date. Like it's
when you say one contract, that means
like one lot basically. Contract? When you are buying one lot, that is like you bought one contract.
Yeah, so for this one, if you can see, the 6th is June 21. Okay?
Yeah, so that is the expiry date. So say if you bought anything,
there's a certain time. Okay, after that, maybe Ashbhai, your system automatically renewed these contracts. Okay, in the system. So next one you will see probably September contract, like 9/21. Okay, or whichever it is, or maybe July.
I can quickly look at that as well right now.
It will automatically updating that. You are playing the renewed one.
Yeah, it's every 3 months.
So that
basically,
yes. I was not aware of it.
It will kick you out. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Alpesh bhai. I was not aware of it.
No problem.
Thank you for educating me as well. Again, this is a new game for me. Okay.
Harshal bhai, what is do they give the loan also? Like suppose you put 10,000, so you can go up to $5,000. I mean, $20,000 trading.
No, whatever money you have
on cash basis. Cash basis.
Whatever the money you have in the cash, that's your cash account. Anytime you whatever you are trading it. So let's say if you cash trading and intraday trading, right? At the
Yeah.
end, what's going to happen is this. Where is this? At the end, this is what's going to happen. So let's say if you want to buy 5 contracts of NQ, it's going to cost you $5,000. You are not paying $5,000. You are only paying what NQ is like $5. So 5 into 5, that's a $25 you are paying. But that's a $5,000 on the margin. It's locked. That means if the market goes other way around, okay. So that means if the market goes other way around and you are minus $5,000, at that time the position will exit minus 5,000. That means whatever the money you have it till that time, they will never cancel your position. Okay, unless you are panicking and canceling it.
Right.
Or I think when the contract expires, that time also the whole money will be wiped off, I guess.
Yes, if this becomes 0, that means all the position is closed automatically. The second thing is what Alpesh Bhai mentioned, right? Like if the 1 month period of the time, right? Like if there's expiry of the 1 month, so after 1 month, whatever it happens, if you are in the green, it will exit it and it's gonna give you whatever the money you gain. If it is red, it's gonna take the money out from your account and you're gonna hold it like that.
Oh, okay, but it will not wipe off the entire account, right?
It
On
will
the expiry.
not wipe up the entire, no. At the expiry, no. It will not.
It will just wipe off your loss if you're in a loss position.
Correct.
Okay, got
But you need to have the overnight margins. Basically, if you're negative 5,000 and you're holding it overnight, that means overnight margins is 12,000. You should have $12,000 there. Otherwise, it's going to close your position.
Reverse the question. Why would you like to have it
overnight,
or maybe for long period?
People do position trading. So when they're doing position trading, they're holding.
This is not stock, okay? It's not a stock. You need to come out of the stocks, okay? This is something else. This is what it is like. If you're trading the commodity, you are a speculator. You are seeing the price. If it goes up, you buy a contract because you believe that it's gonna go up, okay? And then you think, okay, maybe in July time, the fuel prices are gonna fall down, okay? That's where you play the put side, okay, or you short, so you believe that it's going to come down, okay.
But Mudassir Bhai, I believe the answer
up and down.
Mudassir Bhai, the answer for that is why you want to hold it, because let's say you bought, like I'll just give you an example, right? Remember the way we are seeing it, like, hey, the stock market fell down. It was the time to buy some more stock.
Harsh Bhai, I understand. I was just asking the guy why he want to keep it open. I mean, like, where the question is coming actually.
Okay, so the answer for that is, let's say if you went 50 points down and you know in 2 days the market is going to go back up, why would you like to close your position? That's how people hold it overnight.
Yes.
Because you don't know where the market is moving. In 5 minutes, okay, where the market is. So why someone wants to hold that one? Okay. Why that thought comes in the mind even?
Going back on the basic, right? Like, you know, if you want to hold it or if you want to scalp it, right? Let's put this way. Like, let's say the market is going down to 12,000, like 12,900 or 13,000, right? Before 2 days ago, right? Like simple saying, last week only, right? Look at this. It was sitting at here, right? Look at the trend it has picked up, 13,500. If you hold this overnight, think about it, from 13,000 to 13,500, that's a big price increase, right? 550 or 500 if you sell exit out, that's a 500 point up. How much you're gonna get? How much you're gonna make money out of it, right?
10,000
point. Exactly. So you can.
That's what position trading is.
Exactly. And the answer, like I know who I was asking it. Yes, you can hold it, but your account should have at least good amount of money to hold that position.
When is the most volatile day to trade? I think during the office. I mean, during the trading hours, right? 9 to 4, right? That is the best time to trade.
Absolutely. Like on day trade, like on the day, this is what I do. Okay, every day when I'm playing the futures, my most of my trades goes on the NQ, like MNQ, micro NASDAQ. The reason behind that is this. And yes, I short all the time. Okay, no matter what. I don't go long on the NASDAQ. I always short. Why? Look at this 1 minute, how much is gonna be.
It's gonna come down always.
That's a 20 point down. Okay, 1 minute, 20 point down. Each point is gonna give you $20. That's a 20 point down. That's a $400 in your pocket in a minute. I'll be happy to take at least $300 and move out in a minute. Why not? Look at this.
So do you keep on shorting it, and you also go long alternatively, right? You short and you go long also, right?
I go long on the NASDAQ only for the overnight. Okay.
Okay.
Because every time you look at it, this gain happened. Look at the time, right? 6 p.m. It started going up. Look at the time at the 10 a.m. It went up.
Yes.
Why? Because that's the time every day. If you look at it daily, every single day, you're going to see the same pattern. At 9:30, when the market opens, you're going to see either this big red candle or big green candle, no matter what. That 9:30 to 9:33, that 3 minute to 4 minute, you're going to see either it's going up or it is going down. Absolutely.
So what do you do at 9:30? Do you go short or long?
At 9:30, whatever the trend is, so the position what I have overnight, I will make sure that it exited out at before 9:30. What are the profit I have it, I'll take it and move out.
Yeah, normally what can you trade on weekends too? Saturday, Sunday?
So, if futures start from
sorry, interrupting you. Normal. Usually from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Usually it breaks the night session high or low. Either it breaks in a long side or short side.
Exactly.
So that's why it's a really good time to trade every day. Every day, Harshal is right. Every day you will see the same thing.
Yes.
There will be too much high or too much low. But try to wait for the session break. If you will not wait, you can be in the middle of something. Means you can lose a lot of money.
Again, like everybody has his own pattern, right? For me, my pattern overnight, I know I'm gonna hold the NQ overnight, but my holding NQ also have that one thing, which is this. Okay, in NQ, I always have this. So if my position goes down, let's say 200 draws, I will exit no matter what. 200, I'm saying less, but my tick is basically $500. If NQ fall down $500 for me, I will exit no matter what. I'll be taking that $500 loss. I'm okay with that, but I know that means the trend gonna go a different directions, and that's it. Because $500, that's basically very good amount of the time it shorted it out. So you can take the position next day in the morning for the short as well. You absolutely gonna take a profit out of it.
Ashbhai, you can show them as well that let's say if you are playing long or short, whichever it is, how you can keep on adding the another positions after each point.
You mean to say scalping?
No, you can have in the strategy.
In the strategy, you cannot do it. In the strategy, you cannot do it. Or I have not tried it. Okay. In the strategy, I have not tried it. But if you want to add it, I can just show you quickly how can you do it. Manual method, manual process. I'm buying, this is NQ. I'm buying just right now as a bid. No matter what, this is shows, you can move this up all the way. I would just want to move it down. Let's say I'm losing, the trend just went down. Hey, this is basically going down, right? I was a bull, but the stock is like the NASDAQ is coming down. What's going to happen is this is going to change 150, 200. You know what? I believe I can add one more here. So 410 somewhere, because it's 413, right? So I'm going to add one more at, sorry, this is 10 of them. make sure you look at this, okay, when you do this, because this is very critical. Let's say I'm just buying it at 415. Okay, perfect. Let's change the trend. I scalp it, right? Now, what happened? My price was initially at 415. Now it went and sitting at 412 because I trained the additional which I bought is basically brought down my average, right? So now it's when it goes up, my stop loss again. This has to be there, and it will go further up. I'm not worried about it, and you will see the same way what I'm saying. It's sitting at 1395. Let it go to that 4 point. I forgot what was the point I set it up. As soon as the strategy is working, you cannot modify it. Okay, you cannot modify it. So keep that in mind. If you're thinking about modifying it, you have to exit the strategy. But let's say this is going fine. You see this? It's all the way here, and it's gonna give me your money all the time. Change the trend, take the profit, move out. You know, that 8 tick minus is gonna wait for the 8 tick minus and exit out the strategy. So you can scalp it, and when you have the profit, you can move out.
Is the market open on weekends also for futures?
Market for the futures, market start at Sunday at 6 p.m. till Friday at 4 p.m. Okay. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day from 4 to 6. Do not do trading, because that's the time they are basically settling down the accounts and everything. That's the best time not to trade. Exit all the position at like either at 4.5 or 4.10. Don't hold it more than that. If you want to hold it, that holding for that 2 hours is gonna, for the Canada, I don't know. For the US, if it is ES, it's gonna charge you $50. If it is NQ, they have a different process or different price process, like how much is gonna charge you. But for the ES, I know because I was the one who hold it over 2 days like that, and they basically charge me $200. Why they are closing this? Because every single day you will get the email from your whatever the platform you are using it, not from the NinjaTraders, but whatever the platform means, the middle platform you are using it. They will sell, like they will finish your positions. If you are in profit or loss, it will send you the statement. Every single day it's going to happening. Okay. First thing first. Okay. Whoever is trading the futures, I would whoever is trading the futures, they are fine. But whoever want to interest in the future, start with the free free platform, but start only with the simulation. Understand all these indicators, how it's gonna help you to take the trade correctly, and make sure you understand the strategies. Yes, sir.
So I have a quick question, like for simulation account or demo account, still we need some to put some money to do demo trading, or still the need we open a demo account and start trading demo trading?
Simulation account is totally free. You don't have to pay a single dollar or anything on it. 100% free.
Okay, so just go and open account and start like practicing the account.
Yeah, the way you are looking at it right now on my screen, this is a simulation account. I'm not connected to anyone. Okay, this is basically a free account. I can all these strategies. That's how I learn how to set up the strategies. Okay, so all these things you set it up by yourself, and then you feel comfortable. Like, hey, what I have done is worked out very well. Now you can put the money in the account and then use that strategy to trade it.
Ashul bhai, can you also long and short at the same time?
No, you cannot. It will exit. It will exit.
You can't take 2 different positions or 2 different accounts.
No, 2 different accounts, yes. That is possible. Okay. 2 different accounts is possible. But again, you have to have different account here, right? Like, the whole thing is your accounts are here. So let's say this is one. I'll just show you something, right? Exit out from here and just open this one.
Do it like on NQ you are playing long and maybe on the ES you are playing short. Okay. You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that you can. And I'm seeing the same symbol.
But on the same like on the ES, like for the NQ short and long, no, it will not allow you, because there's always an exit. So if you're shorting it, it's going to take a position somewhere here, and if that goes further up, you are in the minus basically. Okay, if you are long, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so that's the key. You can open.
You can't do a spread. Tabs. You can't do a spread like you do in options. You can't do a spread here, right?
No. You can, I mean, if you want to do future options as well, you can do, but that need a bigger account. That's also one of the elephant which I haven't put my hands on. Okay, I'm not ready to grow my account that faster. Okay.
So, okay.
Guys, this is Harshul Bhai's mini account. Okay.
Yeah.
Order filled.
But what do you guys think about the futures? Like, do you guys think that, this is very interesting? Like, can you guys thinking about jumping on it or no?
Interesting.
Yeah, as you rightly said, you should have a simulator account first. I don't think we should burn our fingers because you can lose a lot of money in this,
If that's exactly what the whole reason I was saying, like,
like unless you know your charts very well and your trend, how it moves, then it's worth it. Otherwise, those who don't know, like me, I'm not totally very familiar with charts much. I'll have to first study charts first and trends and then get into it,
But Umesh bhai, I will tell you one more thing, right? This, even if you don't know the chart, let's say you are looking at it. I'm just giving you a simple example, okay? Let's say you're looking at it, this is RSI sitting for the 15-minute, okay? Start with the 15-minute. Let's say, hey, this is sitting at like right here at the 30. If that goes under 30, 15-minute, okay, this is what exactly happens. Look at it. It went under 30, right? 22 somewhere. What happened after that? Look at the trend. It gives you a bull pattern and it will give you a solid profit. And this is from the overnight, okay?
You did so good.
This is overnight from 6 o'clock. If you take a position at the doji, look at that green candle.
Give me a high five. You did so good. No,
okay?
no.
So,
that's
and
not nice.
the whole thing is
So
this strategy, right? Why I'm focused on the strategy is you want to.
Good job, Guya. Yay!
Let me mute.
Can you unmute? Can you mute everyone?
Yeah. Okay, so the whole reason is very important is this ATM strategy. Why? Because what happens is if you are in profit, you want to take the profit slowly and slowly. You always want to exit out at one point. You can hold it. I'm not saying no, you cannot hold it. Okay, you can hold it. You can change this strategy, even goes to like 60 to 600, no problem. Okay? Nobody gonna stop you. You can put even 1,000. Okay, the 1,000 it's gonna go up 1,000 only. It's gonna exit. But why wait for that long? If something happens and if the market fall down, you're gonna lose money, right? So it's always better to have this strategy ready. When you have this strategy, what happens? Every 5 tick, it's gonna go further up. If the market goes down 8 tick, you are losing money, right? 8 tick. So if you count this, right, 5 tick up, 8 tick minus. If the 5 tick happen 2 times, that's a 10 tick up and 8 tick minus. That means you are still making 2 tick plus worth of profit. So let's say if you are on the ES, that's a $12.50 and $12.50. That's a $25. You are still taking it as a profit and moving out. If the 10 tick goes up and 2 tick minus, okay. So this is the like it's very interesting, and even like as I said, like this is very a new ball game
like
for me as well.
What Harshul bhai, what I normally do know is I study like suppose AMD. I've been trading for many years now, and I've made a lot of money on AMD because what I do is I observe when it goes up and down in which time of the day, like AMD sometimes goes up, and then we have AMC. AMC goes at 9:45 up, so these are the trends that I observe, and then I come out. Same thing with, as you rightly said, 6 o'clock is the time, is always green, right? Nasdaq is always going up at that time. So these are the points I like to see, you know, like
not all the time that will work. The reason behind that
generally, I mean, I know it doesn't work all the time, but generally I'm saying more or less.
So
what I would typically do is study the historical chart, you know, like I would study the historical chart for last 1 year and then take the common points, you know, and then I would be more comfortable getting in, you know.
Correct. I mean, again, like the reason behind that is like, you know, you want to understand what it's look like. And here, this is a straight up day trading, right? Like you cannot, my personal perspective is like a day trade futures is much better, because I'll be happy to take that, you know, $1,000 or even like, you know, $500 profit every day. Because am I happy with the, you know, $1,000, like even a $500 of profit a day? Yes, absolutely. Because look at it, right now the market is very, you know, it's very bad. All the stocks are basically you know, going up and down. Futures, basically, Nasdaq is going up. ES went up like from 13,000 to 13,500 in 2 days, right? Like that 500 point, $10,000 in 2 days. Like even stock, when you invest that much, for like to get even 10,000 USD, how much investment you have done on futures? Now compare that money investment, what you have done, and compare the investment, what you have done in the stock.
Yeah, this certainly looks good, and I'm glad that it's working for you. You're quite excited, and I'm happy that it's working. Maybe we'll follow you slowly.
No, and absolutely, as I said, like, you know, everybody, the whole thing is you should have some kind of hands on everything, right? Like my hands are basically on long-term investment. My hands are on the day trading. My hands are on options. My hands are also on the futures, and I'm still doing my full-time job as well. Okay, so my hands are, all my 5 fingers are very busy every single day. Okay, but the whole thing is like, if I'm at one point, if I'm minus on futures or if I'm minus in the stock, I can cover something out from the futures.
Yeah, like most of us are all stuck in the stocks right now, including myself. So that's why I'm making money only on covered calls, to tell you frankly, because I don't have much buying power left now. And I take long positions in some position, covered calls, so I get the money. And then I start doing day trading with that money I get, you know. So like now we all stuck, you know, everybody I guess is stuck in the same boat, you know.
Exactly. And again, like, you know, what I'm just showing you is like what I'm showing everybody, right? It's just one more way to think about as a long-term perspective, or like think about as a day-term perspective, right? Like this is straight up day trading. I'm not touching anything else. And you can, like, as a day trader, for me, this is my like, you know, RSI is my best friend. MACD is my best friend. Why? Because hey, that shorting this one position, one damn minute, if that goes down from 41.84 to, let's say, 41.76, right? That's a very good profit for me. I'll take that profit anytime, right? So that's the whole thing. Like, you know, how you are trading it, it's a different ball game, and this is basically very big ball game, right? Like, you know, it as I said, like my account, you can see it's right there. Like, you know, I have seen that same account went down 50K, and then I bring down all the way to 100K. Okay.
So I'll ask you a general question. Like, you've been doing day trading with stocks also, and you're doing futures also. What is more fruitful for you, futures or stock day trading?
Futures.
Okay, very good.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. It's a very interesting and very nice session. I like it very much. Can you show us how to buy and sell, and how to put the stop loss and trailing stop loss? And I think it's just like similar to the stock. We are buying and selling similar with the future. And how much is the per transaction fee for future?
So let me put this way, right?
क्या टाइम हो गया? Okay, फिर क्या करना चाहिए?
You guys can see it, right? ES
Hamza, 9 o'clock हो रहा है. जी, बंद कर दें आप.
Cost you $12.50. Yes.
वेट करो मैं तो खाना खाओ बंद कर दो बाकी सब भी खाना खा रहे हैं अच्छा खाना खा लो जल्दी खाना हो जाएगा
one position
शाबाश
Maybe somebody's mic is on.
Yeah, I'll stop it. I'll mute it.
Should I just mute everybody, please?
Yeah. Okay. I think it was Junaid. So this one. So you guys can see my screen, right? I'm just showing you. So every time you take a one position on the ES, is going to cost you $12.50 USD. Margin requirement for the US. This is ES. It's 500 USD. Margin required 1,000 USD. For MNQ, margin required will be MNQ is NQ is $100, and MES is 1.25 USD. 1.25 US. Margin is 50. Then what is the other one? This is the basically what I trade, okay, day in and day out. M by M by M, one position. I think it's the same as $5 US. Margin, I believe it's 1,000 as well. M by M. YM is 500. Okay. 500 minimum. And MYM. So YM is basically your Dow Jones, one position.
Hey, who's gonna pray right now? Who's gonna pray? Did you pray? Hello?
5 US. Margin is $50. Now CL or crude oil, one position. I think it's $2,000. Leave it correct. CL is 2,000 US dollars. Margin is $2,000, and position will be 10 USD. Now, you know one thing about oil. Overnight, oil price goes up and down very fast. So I have seen profit for oil very good out of the profit. Okay, and when I said very good, it's I can say. let me show you something on the oil, okay, and then I will say why I'm trading oil as well. Okay, so you guys see this one particular chart, right? Like on the side, it says 63.88. That one tick is 63.89. Let's give you $10. So if you look at the oil goes up and down from 64 to 63 overnight. Okay, that's basically one full point, but in reality, it's a 10 tick. That means it's $100 to your account. There was just recently I played oil. I'll show you which one. I shorted it out, very big one. This one, okay. This is exactly the time when I started shorting it. It went down from 64.60 to 62. So that gives me very much good on the profit on the day perspective. Now, why I'm doing it? It's just like, every one tick, it goes up. That's a 63.46 to 63.47. That gives you $10. That gives you $10, and that happens very frequently, very fast. Again, like, it's all about what you want to trade, how you want to trade. GC is gold. Per position is also be $10, and margin, I believe it's also a 2,000 USD. So what the whole thing is, this is what the price you're gonna pay if you want to play the option futures. Okay, and what is this margin? The margin is the amount you should have in your account to play. Okay. I will share this document as well for the NinjaTrader and what I have, so you guys can look at it from your end as well. Right.
So sorry, the fee, the per transaction fee is 2.26, or a CL is 2.26, or is a lifetime fees, or is a one transaction fee?
So if you have the lifetime license soft, so this is the one thing. Every time you take a position, let's say you have a free version of the NinjaTrader, you want to take a CL or crude oil position, you are basically paying $2.96 to go in. Like when you buy it, you are paying $2.96 to the NinjaTrader. When you sell it, you are paying $2.96 to the NinjaTrader for the fees. If you have the lifetime, you are paying $2.26 for buying and $2.26 for selling. And if you look at like the whole reason behind I am focused on the micros, the reason behind that is ES, right? Like look at the ES. If I'm buying the ES as a lifetime member, lifetime license, I'm paying $2. So basically $2 and $4 I'm paying for my position to buy and sell. But if I'm buying on the micro, I'm paying only like 51 and 51. So that's a $1.02. I'm saving $3 for micro to play. Does it enough for me? Like for the fee saving perspective, yes. But does micro gonna give me a good profit? No. So now this is like buying and selling. That doesn't mean how many contracts you buy.
Sorry, one more question here.
Yes.
This fee is for one position, or as many position is the same fee?
As many position as you can. So let's say the maximum is right here. You cannot buy more than 100. Default position limit is 100 for the MES.
So the fee is if you're buying 100 position, is it, or if you're buying the one position, fee is the same?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
So let's say you buy 10 positions of MNQ, it's gonna cost you what, $1.02. Not like, hey, I bought a one position, then I bought a one position, and I bought a one. Yes, when you buy one position first, and then second, and then third, that's the 3 times what you buy. But if you buy 10 position in one shot, you are only paying that 51 cents. When you sell it, you are paying 51 cents. Simple.
That's great.
Okay, anybody else have any questions? Or what do you guys think about, like, I get it. This is very, very insane. It's one of the crazy thing to do. And I'm not even telling you guys, just start doing it. I'm also suggesting you to only focus on the simulation account. Just have that feeling and see what you think. That is it a good idea to go for it? Is it a good idea? Is it a better opportunity? Is it a better option for the trading stock or future? You guys take a decision, like, hey, let's trade a future for the like on the simulation, and let's do a trading on the stock and see how that works out. See where you get the maximum profit out. But in future, the very important thing, what I've been telling is this strategy. Okay, you have to have the stop loss strategy. You have to have the stop trailing process, and you must, as I said, you must have whatever the position you are holding it to have whatever the position you are buying it, you must have the same, like, the amount of money to hold it, if like a little bit more, to if in case you had to hold it overnight. Okay, that's a three important thing here. If you buy,
Ashul bhai, you were mentioning that you were in a position at one time that you kept a position for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
The position, because was it negative? That's why you were holding it, or what was the reasoning?
I totally forgot when I bought it.
No, I'm just asking because see.
No, as I said, like I forgot when I bought it. I forgot. I did not log in on the.
Okay. Okay.
It was my fault. It was absolutely my fault.
But do you think a trader normally can keep his position continuously? Have you seen any traders like I mean, I don't know if you've seen any traders holding position for 2-3 days.
The scalpers is the only one who is doing it. Okay, only the scalpers.
Because eventually, this is a very foolproof thing, because the market will go up and down in the next 3-4 days. Averagely, it will go up also. So you can easily, and if you're down, you can easily come out at some point of time in the next 2-3 days.
Yes, you can.
That's what I'm thinking. I said you don't have to. In fact, you can always be inside in the position if you're negative, and then it'll surely become positive. In a week's time at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have the holding power. That's all. The cash power you should have.
Let me disagree with you over here. Okay, why? Because let's say in the stock market, in the Middle East, let's say there's a conflict there. Okay, what will happen? The stocks will go up, right?
Right.
It necessarily not means that maybe the futures will be responding similarly. Okay, or maybe your stock will not respond at all. Okay, but your futures will be maybe skyrocketing.
Right.
So it could vary, I believe. Okay.
Because I'm looking at this Harshul Bhai's charts he's been showing. I see a lot of green around. There's a color green, and it goes.
Yeah.
So I know that in average it will go up. Because Nasdaq is so volatile, it goes up and down every second day, like 200 points and 100 points down. So I'm saying.
Yes. If you can.
I'm saying if you're stuck, like suppose you forget or you're stuck in a position, you're negative, and your money is gone 20,000 down. I'm sure there'll be a daylight where you'll be coming out also in the next 2 days.
As you said,
but honestly, okay, I won't recommend it, because what happens is you can exactly lose like more than what you have in your account. Okay, so why to take that risk? What we are doing right here is we are minimizing our risks. Okay, and we are maximizing.
I'm looking at
our
the worst scenario. The worst scenario. I'm looking at always
because we don't know what the reward. Okay. So in that case, we don't know the reward. Okay.
Harshul Bhai knows what.
No, let me put this way. No, let me put this way, Yomesh bhai. Not everybody has the biggest account, account, right? So let's say if I am using only $10,000 to play with it, I want to take the profit as soon as I have it.
Correct.
For me, like even
no. If there is a profit, of course, I take even $200 dollars. If it's $200, I'll take it. So I don't wait for more than that.
For me or for everybody, right? Like it's all about, hey, if I'm giving, like if somebody is giving you every damn minute of $50 to $100 in a minute, I would never say no. That's fine.
This is very good. It's very good. Ashul bhai, yeah. You have mastered it. I'm very glad, and it's good, that you're motivating us to get it. I'm sure I'm going to start with the simulation account and slowly get into it.
Because the whole thing, like look at this, right? Like I'm just showing you one thing, right? Like, if you look at this green candle, started from here all the way to here, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, right? Total 6 minute candles, right? How much it excuse me, how much it has gone from 13,425 all the way to the 30,450. That's a 25 tick up, right? 5 minute, 25 tick up. What happened? Every tick, every point. So this is 25 point up. Every point you are getting $20. That's $500 in 5 minutes.
This is a Nasdaq 100. This is right. ES is 100.
And Nasdaq 100. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an elephant.
Yeah, Nasdaq 100 is very good.
And remember the way ES works now, because of the Tesla sitting in the ES on the very high end of the stock. What happens if the Tesla fall down? You're gonna see red candles right here, and very bright red candles. You're gonna see this the loss. The people are losing money very fast.
Harsh, by now spilling the beans, you're telling them all the secrets now.
See, that's the key, right? I want everybody to be a successful trader. It doesn't matter if it is futures, doesn't matter if it is stock, doesn't matter if it is.
I think this is great. Okay, Umesh, I think he's having a keen observation about this trends and charts. Okay, with the patterns, like he was talking about AMC.
Yeah,
very well, I believe. Okay. Or anyone, okay, who can figure it out, regardless of being expertise in the indicators, they can do really well.
Yeah, that's why I was telling Arshul, by the historical charts will tell you a lot, like what's going on, what is the trend pattern, so these are very important key, like to observe, how a stock is moving, how this is moving, the Nasdaq 100 is moving.
The whole thing is
like one thing is I can tell you guys is like you can pick up like little like top 10 stocks or maybe 5 stocks, okay, on Nasdaq Dow or S&P. Okay, you can see their movements. They're going up. You see S&P and NQ, and they will move along as well most of the time.
Correct. But this is very good. I mean, I know a lot of people are making a lot of money on futures, but I'm not confident to get into it. That's all,
Trust me, Umesh bhai, the time you jump in, I'm sure you will never gonna go back to the stock, because that's exactly what happened to me.
You should go back, okay, because stock is your asset. Okay, stock is your asset. So make here and buy over there.
Move it to the stock. Yes.
Yes. Buy there and sit down. Okay. Don't look at that screen. Okay.
I'll be getting into futures only as a hedging strategy to my stock investment.
You are going too fast. But anyways, like guys, so I mean, what I would say is, start with the demo account, create a demo account, do some practice, some things like, with this. And I'm always like, what I know is this is also a better way to make some good money. Okay. Very good money. I'm not saying a small money. You can make a hell lot of money if you do it correctly. If you know the trend, if you stick with your guts, that will give you very solid money.
Thank you so much for this motivation. It's a really nice session.
Yeah, Arshul, thanks for spending so much time. You have not charged us, but we feel like paying you the money,
Man, as long as you guys are coming and jumping on this and looking at the amount of money, like I'll be frank with you, right? As I said, this was 50,000. Okay, now it's 100,000. In less than 3 days, I have gained that much money.
Wow, congrats! Yeah, very good.
Okay, and I have even sent the pictures as well. Like the day the Nasdaq went up from 13,000 to 13,400, that's a $2,000. The time it went down from 13,400 to 13,300, that was a 100-point minus. That was a 2,000. At one day, I was $10,000 up, $12,000 up, and I sent a picture.
Very good, yeah.
So this is a beast, absolutely. This thing can give you very good profit. The whole thing is like, you want to make sure the strategy, it has to be there. Without strategy.
Arshul bhai, I've noticed, one thing, you have been very patient in all the stocks, and that's how you made money, you're keeping the stocks for a long time. In futures trading, do you have to have a lot of patience, or you have to just act fast? You have to act fast, right?
Fast. No patience.
No patience, correct?
No. If I see profit, I'm taking it. I'm not waiting for, to go further up. Sorry, no.
I'm coming in a minute.
I cannot
just
do
stay
that.
green. That's it. Just stay green.
Yeah. I mean, you lose money. That the time you lose money, you have to have the exit strategy. Here, you cannot keep it for long term. Like, forget about long term. Like, you cannot keep it more than 15 minutes. If you hold it more than 15 minutes, you can go down from let's say if it is ES, I'm okay with that. It's gonna go down to $200 to $300 maximum. But if it is NQ, you can go down to 2,000 to 3,000 USD in an 15 minutes to an hour. Okay. So that's the whole thing. Like my exit strategy for the ES is if the NQ is minus 500, my strategy works and it will exit out automatically. The whole reason behind that is this RSI. This is my friend here. Okay. If I see RSI is still sitting at the 30, I can hold my position because I know that will go and turn and make me good money. Okay. And the same thing with MACD. So if you look at this trend, right, you can say this was going down and then suddenly it went up all the way. Look at the MACD, right? It curves and changed the pattern from here, right? But if you look at it, the pattern started here, right? Why it changed here? Because it changed the Bollinger Band. As soon as the Bollinger Band curves up, as soon as the volume and the ticks or candles goes up from the Bollinger, this change, and that is the one which tells me like, hey, stay in the trend all the way till I see one more curve here, exit out right here. This is my exit strategy. But I can hold all the way till here, which is, now look at it, if you count this from 4,100 to 4,150, that's a 50 tick up. Now,
so have you been in a position like this? You've stayed till there?
Yes, absolutely. I have.
Okay, very good.
I have stayed on the NQs, not on the ES, NQs. I will send you the picture. I think I sent in the group. I will send you on the separately, which I showed in, say, like, you know, it was 4,000 up, 2,000 when I shorted it out, 2,000 again up for the long, and then 2,000 again when I shorted it out. That was a $12,000 in a day I made.
Right,
and that is from 8:30 in the morning till 4. Okay.
Wow.
Right.
So that's it. Like, and how much I had, well, what I bought, it was a one trade, one position. That meant it cost me only $5 to go in.
So this is NQ is your favorite. You're mostly on that only, right?
It's heavily volatile because NQ has very much, very large amount of the stocks. So it's heavily
What
volatile.
about copper? Are you doing copper also?
I'm not doing copper, no.
Okay.
I mean, look at the list, like, you know, how many things you're gonna deal with it. You can make money on every single.
Because copper is always going up only. Copper is going up.
Gold is good. No, Umesh, gold is good these days.
Oh, gold?
No, it's gonna come down. Gold, okay.
Gold is consistently going up.
It's gonna fall. Now it's gonna fall.
It's gonna fall. Yeah, it's consistently going up and it's gonna fall. Yeah.
Yes. Now it's time.
And then oil will go up.
Yes. Trust me, I did that as well. I've been playing gold and oil overnight. Simple. Okay. Gold, oil, and NQ overnight. Keep it. Play with that, but with the strategy on. Okay. This thing has to be on. If gold goes up, it goes and goes and goes, and I can take the profit maximum whenever I had to, like, you know, it exited out. Same thing with the oil, NASDAQ as well. Like, you can print from these three things, right? Overnight, you can basically make at least $1,000 to $2,000 in overnight. Easy. With the strategy on. Okay. This is the key. Because sometimes you can lose money, sometimes you make money. But when you make money, the money takes very much good number. Anyways, you know, this is something you know, when you do it for the simulation account, right? You will see how much, what's going to happen. Like, you know, if you look at the trend perspective, if you look at everything, and then you will see, okay, you know what? I'm taking a long here. Let's see what happens if the thing goes from here to here. The 10 tick, how much you're going to make money. Okay. And there was a videos on the YouTube. Somebody did scalping on oil, and in a 1 day or 1 hour, I believe 1 hour, he made a $100 investment to $1 million investment. So that's a scalping what he has done. I will share the video for everybody to, just for a joke. Okay. I would not suggest to do that. That was a crazy thing he has done. Okay. But that's something, like, you know, you guys can look at it. It's a funny video, but somebody did on a simulation account. But anyways, so guys, this is what I want to show you all for the NinjaTrader. I mean, this is not only a NinjaTrader. You have more platforms as well. So if you go back on, I know a lot of people has it or not. TradingView.com. So these are the platforms which is allow you to do a trading. I'll show you just 1 second. Trade. So look at this. TradeObit is there. I used to have an account. They are saying minimum deposit is this and that, but their margin, the amount of money you need for the trading is expensive. AMP Global is there, Onara is there, but you have to look at it. Every single guys has a different process, and some of them will have only a forex trading, right? Like especially the forex trading like this. Onara is only for the forex trading. When I said forex trading, that means currency trading, okay, which I'm not touching it right now as well, because that's also one of the other which you can look at it. Iron Beam is there. Alpaca is basically it shows as a API. So this is not a trading, but this is something like a professional uses to write a code and everything. Okay, so not this one. TradeStation is there. I had an account with them as well. Gemini is there. I had an account with them. They are also a little expensive. What you are seeing here is not there, but if you open an account, they are expensive. Forex is there. I mean, there are so many you can do. Okay. I think guys, I have taken a lot of time from you guys. So let me know if you guys have any questions on this.
Thanks, Arshul. Yeah, you've been spent so much of 3-4 hours. You spent very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And good luck with this beast. Okay. As I said, like it is very, very nice, but you have to be very careful when you trade in this.
Thank you so much, Arshul, for
no problem, sir.
Saturday evening. Yeah. Always appreciate
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Harshal bhai, one question here.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, with ES S&P 500, with 1 point you get $50, and NASDAQ with 1 point you get $20. Can you please write down those lists as well on the notepad where you wrote down the margins and the positions? Yeah, here.
Right here. So ES, your initial when you buy a one position is going to cost you $12.50. NQ one position is $5, and this is your margin you need.
Yeah, but with 1 point with S&P ES, you get $50, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and NASDAQ, you get $20. Yeah.
1 point up or down, whatever. 1 point up.
Yes.
Profit will be $50. And this one is
120, I believe. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
$20. Yeah. Now, this will be 50 and 20. So if you look at the YM, is going to be the same as a 20. Okay, let's go to the YM as well. YM one here. Now, this is 50 for the NQ is a 20. So this will be $2. Okay. This will be $2. This will be a $5. Now this will be a $2. And this is $10. Sorry, not $10, $100. Because CL and gold goes for 10 tick is equal to 1 point.
Is there any formula to calculate this, or you remember this?
I remember this.
So
there is a formula, but it's very complicated formula, very complicated.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Google is the answer for a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. I
but
saw
this
it
is what it
today.
is.
There's a very complicated formula, very big formula.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Harshal bhai. Thank you so much.
No problem. Any other questions, guys?
You are phenomenal as always, Arshu.
Arey, sir. All right.
So by next time you will have to show trading live.
Huh? Sorry.
Next time you will have to show the live trading to teach us.
Live trading on the NQ and ES.
Yeah, so that we can learn a bit more.
Ashur bhai, we'll all give you $5,000 and you trade for us, and you keep 50% for you.
Good point.
50% for you.
Okay, very good point. Thank you very much, Ashur bhai, for this information.
I've got a
Thank you very much.
company in the US. We can write off the profits also.
Okay, Yumesh bhai, you stay here. I will. Yumesh bhai, I'll give you a message later on. Okay, or
Okay,
tomorrow
okay.
I will talk to you. Or anybody who wants to, have a same discussion, we will talk on that tomorrow.
Okay, very
Why
good.
not? Why not?
Because
I'm ready.
guys, I know, but for that I had to leave my, I had to leave my job and I had to deal only with this.
Yeah, yeah. I can put you on my Arshu bhai, I can put you on my payroll.
Alright, guys. Oh my God. No, I will definitely talk to you guys for that. I will show you something very different. Okay, what I'm showing right now is basically you have to trade. I'm actually working with a developer guy, God no, I'm been killing myself as well on this. So I've been working with one of the company who is giving the algorithm for automated trading.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's I had the question.
Yes. So whoever was thinking this,
Which,
yes, I have the answer for that. I've been working on it. The company, I think I was talking to somebody, Mubasir, right? I was talking to you, Mubasir, right?
Is the guy Danish? Guys, this guy Danish is also involved in it. Danish.
Dan is also doing the futures. Yes, he is doing futures, but again, I don't know how or what is he how he is trading it, right? Like everybody has its own strategy process, and I don't know what platform he is using it.
He was telling me that he's doing it for somebody else in the US, and they allow him to trade on his behalf or something on their behalf, and he keeps most of the profits or some shit. I don't know whether I didn't believe much of his stocks, but
He's based in Australia, Yumesh, right?
Yeah. He's based in Australia, correct?
Yeah.
Remember I was talking to you for something, right? I told you one thing at that time is the whole thing about is you want to make sure that how the trading, because see, I'm also like a third person for everybody, right? What I'm doing is I'm sharing the information what I have or how you can make money, right? But how can, if somebody asks me like, hey, I want your account, and it's a little risky for me.
Oh,
I don't know, I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but this is what it is, right? It's hard-earned money, right? I want to make sure.
The thing is, you should have the business acumen also to understand and study, and because you're doing it very well, you're implementing it well, you're studying, and and at the same time you're doing so many things.
Yes.
But if you focus slowly on this thing only, then I think this will be more successful. You can start your own finance business.
That's what I'm working on. I want to quit my job and just focus on the stock market.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm also doing the same thing. I've sold my businesses. I got a few businesses. I'm trying to sell it off, and just focusing on the market only. I'm just doing covered calls. I'm making money on covered calls only. That's all.
Right? Just start doing, just playing with this. I'm telling you, you will stop even doing covered call.
No, covered calls I'm trying because I have got stocks like Kodak and all, which are $15 and all.
You have stocks, that's why. But if you jump on this one, I can bet you you will not go back and buy a single stock later on.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
this is
very
a
nice.
beast.
This is good.
yeah, this is nice.
And I'm not saying what I have done, right? This is all my research. I have invested so much time. And the reason behind, like, I want to show all of you guys is like, hey, there's not only a stock, there's not only options. There's a bigger picture who plays a futures. And there's also a bigger picture who plays future options. Okay. That thing is also very much big. Like, I don't even want to touch it, because think about NASDAQ goes up a 30 point. The way you are, simple thing, okay? Simple idea about if the stock goes up from 420 to 430, your strike price, let's say AMD, okay? AMD is sitting at 85 right now. If AMD go, and you bought an option for AMD to go to 90, AMD went to 95, your strike price is already passed, you are making money. Okay, simple. Here in the future, you can do the options the same way you are doing options for the stock, and you can make way bigger money. But I'm scared at this point. Like, I'm happy with this small investment. I'm happy to gain that money from here, but I'm not ready to play future options at this point. No, I have money, but I'm literally scared. Just to give you like how scared I am to play a future options, because if one big wrong position, and if the option, if the stock, NASDAQ fall down a 200 point, your whole account is going to be empty. It's that bad.
Could be wiped off.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's for the sharks.
Ashul bhai, why don't you start a company, start a finance company? We will all chip in some money, and you can keep 50% of the profit, and 50% you can give it to us.
Yeah, we can be your investors. Yes.
Yeah, we'll be your silent partners.
No, absolutely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I will talk to you guys later on. Like, no, this is not a right.
Because we can talk to Shahid also. We can do it in a nice way, so that you also not losing money on capital gain or loss, because you can do it as a business, and then you can write it off in many ways,
Yeah, as I said, like, let's talk in this the separate conversation about this.
Let's
this is something like,
let's spend some more money, more time on futures, maybe 2-3 months, slowly you can get momentum and confidence,
Exactly. So absolutely, we will talk on this for sure, but that's a separate discussion we will do.
No, I'm just talking about it because many of us are already on this group, because in one by one, how many people will talk to? This is a good platform to talk about it, right?
Yeah,
and many people, I'm sure, will agree with that,
No, absolutely. As I said, like, let's talk on that later on. But whoever has a small account, guys, for you guys, I'm also working on with one of the company who basically is giving the algorithm code, which is like $1,000 a month, because it's required licensing. I'm trying to get them out to at least 400 or less. I don't know. Okay, as Mudassir Bhai also looking at it with Interactive Broker or somebody, they are also working. He's also working from the Canada side to see if they can get the better the contract prices as well. So we all are working some way to make sure we get something, we share it with the group, and everybody from the group take the benefit out of it. Because think about the way you are looking at this, the ATM strategy and everything, like even the indicators and everything. Think about a full-on strategy which is built on, and you are not touching a single time to take a trade. It will take a trade automatically for you. It will exit out automatically with profit or with loss, but the loss has to be minimal. So that's exactly what I'm working on.
Yeah, I tried automated trading with the SPY option on TD platform in Canada, but it didn't work it out. I don't know why they stopped doing, an error is keep coming. I tried like 4 months. I said, finally I gave up,
In NinjaTrader,
so I'm looking for that one.
Yeah, no, I have tried it. So there's a strategy I already have built up, which gives me a very good indication. Let me just show you. It's not 100% done. Okay, let me put this way. It's not 100% done.
See, the bottom line is that the algorithm must be able to consume the real-time feeds and predict the market on that basis.
Exactly.
So if you need any help from the IT or development perspective, you can reach out to me. That's my forte.
Udit bhai, I know.
Okay.
We'll definitely. It just I've been trying to do certain things. It's a crazy thing to do.
Yeah,
like
it
you
is.
are telling Algo to take a decision behalf of you, but so far it comes out. It comes out very well.
Yeah, so I tried a couple of such platforms, and I can tell you that in US, so far the best I liked was the Wells Fargo one. They have also subcontracted from some other company, and they are only offering to their investment customers. It's not a trading account, but it's kind of a portfolio account.
Okay.
So their automated trading account is something that I kind of like.
Yeah, I had to look at it, right? Like as I said, like I've been doing it. I have seen going down and up and down very fast. I'm gonna again they stupid cancel my licensing. Seriously? And I had to call these guys. Then I was able to do it before. As I said, like it's a licensing. It costs. As soon as I didn't pay last. I believe the 18 was the last day I supposed to pay. I didn't pay it, and because the licensing is registered to my ID, so they basically removed the whole thing out for me. Crap. All right, I had to buy the thing again. It's every damn month paying $1,000 is too much money. But I can make it, but the whole thing is still why pay
If you're making
$1,000?
money, no problem for 1,000, sir.
Yes, absolutely.
Right,
I
Ashwin
agree.
bhai?
I agree. But when you lose money, 10,000, 50,000, that's that's a big deal as well.
True.
But anyways, I have the strategy. I've been working on the strategy as well. I did support a couple of the strategies by myself. I made a mess, absolutely. I can just show you a quick strategy what I used to work. It's this is right here. This is my sample. This is one of the strategy as well. Stars. Okay. Should apply. Come on. Here. Apply. Not wait. Immediate. So this is. You can see the strategy shows hey, this is the time it's time to get shot down. Like look at the voice it is doing, right? Hey, take a position short right here, right? Take a position long here. So it took a long position and it is saying like, hey, hold this, don't sell it, hold it. The time it says the red one says like short, then it just says short. Here this is a mixed one, like short and long, because it's a fixed excuse me, 15-minute candle. But
yeah, it
look at
works
it,
with
right?
the 15 minutes and it works with the KDJ as well.
Yeah, it can. I mean, it's all it's a beast. Like I've been trying my strategies. I've been playing around with it, and not all the time it pays me up. It pays me back. Sometimes I lose. So look at this one, the one which is on the line green. Like you can see the green line here, that was the profitable strategy. The time you see a red line, I'll show you something. Yeah, right here. This is the red line. Let's zoom in. You see, this is a short. So this one, it showed me, hey, go for a long. But what happened? Suddenly it dropped, and I lose money here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Fifth candle, it just turned to say like, hey, go for a short. It took a time because you had to cancel this is the position. Now it has to go reverse. Now when you go for reverse, you only lost like from here. Instead of exiting out here, it waited for all the way here, but at that time it was already short. So the time it goes short, it sell my first position, which is on the loss. Now this is gonna go, it take a profit, but in situation like this candle is saying short, this candle is saying short, but what happened? It's saying like hold to short. Now what happened? Like, hey, it says green, go for it long, but in reality, it basically gives a red line. So like I lost money here, I lost money on this one, lost money here, and then lost money here all the way. So this strategy playing is very important.
So this is like you tried as an automatic trading?
This is automated trading, yes.
Mm-hmm.
100% automated trading, not touching it. It does by itself. So this one, like, look at this one, right? It says, hey, go for long. It took a position and it says, hey, I'm red, exit out. There's a green line. I took a long, it paid me off. I'm happy. This is go for long. Here it says short. The time this indicator says like, hey, go for a short, it has to exit. So I get that profit. Now look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute, right? It's a 1 minute chart. It's a 5 minute candle,
Yeah.
5 minute, right?
3 point.
There you go. 3 point into $50. That's $150 in 5 minutes. I'll take any time.
I have one question that in stock when we are shorting, so sometimes the environment giving the message that the stock is not available. Is the same thing happening with the future?
No, this will never say it will not available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this will never say it will not available. It will not available only 2 times. One is
never
4 to 6.
Yeah, I tried many times in the stock and I got a message that the stock's not available.
Yeah, no, this is a different ball game. You are not touching stock at all. Stock, this is only if you take a trade at 5 o'clock, you will hit and say like, hey, the market is closed. You cannot take a trade. So let's say right now I want to take a trade, right? Market is closed. What's going to happen? It's not going to allow me to buy anything.
Yeah.
Let's say I want to go for long, buy. Market is not open, so you cannot buy anything.
Mm.
The whole thing about this is I want to make sure that the profit, whenever I take a position, the profit is there and exit out at the right time, no matter what. And if you look at this, right, like this is saying short, this is saying long, but this confusion, again, the algorithm trading is automated trading, right? This confusion automated trading does is like, hey, it follows the pattern. Sometimes there's a bear pattern happens, like there's always a false breakout, right? When you have that kind of situations, you're gonna get stuck here. So like, hey, oh my god, it took a loss, but in reality it should have held it. So no, it doesn't do it. This algorithm or algo trading, or basically automated trading, it does not have a sentiment, so no attachment at all. It will exit no matter what.
It's good.
All right, guys, it's already 9:45. I think it's time for me to knock out. My daughter is also waiting for me. But guys, if you have any questions, what do you think? Like, do you guys have any questions right now?
Harshul bhai, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Like you can close the position anytime?
Yes, if you are in
like once you
yes, you can close it.
Like just press the close and you can close all the position.
Correct. You can close, you can click here, close. You can like what are the position if you're in profit, it will close automatically. My best suggestion is never use this button.
Okay.
This is very bad button. Okay.
What is the reason?
the close, when it says close, that means you are closing the position on the profit, right? Based on what you understand. Like, hey, you know what close is like, hey, close the position wherever the money I have. But in reality, when you click on it, it usually go back to the point where you are and close the position.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
What is it? Your press sell? Your press sell or something?
I always press sell. Like sell the position. That means you are in the profit. You took a profit and move out. Okay.
So sell on market or sell on limit?
You mean most? If I see the again, like if I see a one, my indicator says like, hey, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna say sell on the market, no matter what. Sell it, move out. That when you say sell on market, that means what's gonna happen is this thing. If you look at this, right, 4157.75 and 4157.25. The market price is gonna be 4157.50. In the middle, that's a market price. You guys follow, right? Because bid is what you are bidding to buy a future. Ask is something I want that future for. But when I said market price gonna be in the middle, which is like 4157.50. So if it goes up above that, every tick it goes up, you are making money. If that goes down, every tick you are it's going down, you are losing money.
So it's same like options, right? Exact same thing happen in options, bid and ask.
Anything, not options, anything. Stock as well. Stock has the same thing, bid and ask. They all have the same thing. You look at the stock, you look at the options, because also on the on the stock, you basically bidding. So like I want to buy Apple stock at 119. That's a bid. I want to put a bid on it like at 119. I want to sell and ask for 120, right? So that's the whole thing. It's all bid and ask.
So when you do the sell market, it will fill up between this ask and bid price.
If you do buy market or sell market, it's always going to fill up in the middle of it. Yes.
Okay, good.
But if you ask for buy ask or sell ask, if you say buy ask, that means you are going to wait for the price right here. Like this is a bull market, this is a bear market. So basically this is a long call and this is a short. Okay, this is the important one. You want to short the market, you always goes on the sell side. You want to be a long on the market, you go on the buy side.
So like once you are in the position and you think, okay, market is reversing, you just press reverse and it like if you have a open position 10 contract, it will be reversed to minus 10 contract.
No, yes, exactly. Correct.
Okay.
That if you are
because sometimes you need a fast section, you know.
Yes, if you are on the right, but again, what's going to happen on that? Your position which you have already, you already paid the fees for that. Now when you click on the reverse, you are closing the above position and you are going on the second position. Now you are basically having the third like 3 times fees.
Okay.
Reverse is the dangerous and close is the dangerous. These two you can play. Like if you look at on the NinjaTrader platform as well, or even close, NinjaTrader platform or NinjaTrader website as well, they're gonna say like, yeah, this is what happens, but they will never gonna say like what's the fees they're gonna charge. But I have looked at the my bill or my statement, and that statement has like, hey, you click on the reverse, that means we had this position here, we our buy in here, our sell in here, and our buy in here. So that's exactly what happens. That's a 3 times buy happens.
But like when you press the reverse, it will not close at the whatever the price you bought it, right? Like as a close button.
No, it's not. When you press reverse, your position, the one which you are in the older position, it will close and then it will rebuy it.
Yeah, no, understand. Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Shulbhai, is there any documentation or for this particular NinjaTrader app, some guide or some sort of video on their website?
They have a lot of documentation. They have a lot of videos as well.
Okay.
There is people on the YouTube as well who has created a lot of videos for the Ninja traders as well, like how to put the strategy in, how to do trading. But the whole thing is they will show you how to set up the strategy, but nobody will show you how to take a trade correctly, and that's a disaster for the Ninja trader perspective. Like again, there's the way I said, like, hey, I'm gonna set up the strategy, but how do I know when to take a position? So that position is gonna be like, that's gonna be my indicators, right? Hey, my indicator says here, so look at this, right? Is my indicator says go green because it got a curved up. So like, hey, I'm gonna go further up. I cross the line. I'm gonna go long. So what happens? You're gonna go along for this. Now the situation here, this is the last day close market, right? The problem here for me right now is, hey, this is up. This is up. It's still sitting on the Bollinger Band, but the problem is every single minute it's closing as a, this is doji, this is doji, this is doji. Now I'm stuck, and this is basically showing like I'm going on a bull with the volume, but where you are on the 60 already, so there's a chance it's going to come down, and then it's going to go further up. So the indicators, how how you are taking the trends, you can put that indicators in the strategy. You will see a lot of videos there in the YouTube as well, like how to how to build up the strategy. So it's like simple. So I'm gonna go to new. There's something called strategy builder right here. When you click on this one, it's gonna come up with, come on. Let's go. Right. Still coming.
Do you need to go to the strategy tab right there?
No. This is different. This is the one which you say. Oh, there you go. This is totally different. This is like a strategy if you have created it and you want to enable it or disable it. This is different.
Okay.
Right here, the strategy builder will come like this, and then you just say new strategy. Yes, go for it. Next, what do you want to name it? It's a different, whatever name you want to do. And what do you want to do? Like on bar close, absolutely on the bar close, like not on the middle of the bar, right? Like not on the each tick or anything. Every time the bar close, my strategy has to exit, and then you can customize your additional data and so on. This is the strategy where like your input variables are. So what do you want to do? I want it's going to be integer. What is it? Let's say by one default. Just click on it. So you go further up. Why? What do you want to do on the variable? So this thing is also on the string. No, this is not the one. Sorry, cancel this. Keep this, and this is your conditions and application. So input variables is like what you want to do. You want to buy buy a position, you want to sell a position, what do you want to do? But the next thing is, how do you want to strategize it? So what kind of conditions you want to do? So at that time, you can just click on the indicators, and then what indicators you want to select. Let's say you want to select indicators called Bollinger Band, right? So now you set up what you want to do on the Bollinger Band. Let's say on the Bollinger Band, if it is arithmetic to 1, then what you do, so damn slow, cross above. And the whole thing is like, whatever the indicators you have selected here, you have to select the same thing here, otherwise it will never work. Oh, if it is 1, look back period for the 1 date. Yep, so we're gonna add it and do the following. So what is the following you want to do is I want to order management. Like I want to enter a long position, right? How many quantities you want to set, right? Default quantity is going to be only one. In this situation, you can change. Come on, set. Use input buy. So remember that input which I said first, it says buy. That's a quantity to, like I can set that quantity as a 1, 2, 3, 10, whatever you want to do it, and then set it up, quantity buy. This is exactly what's going to happen. If a cross above happen, then I'm going to go and take a long position. And if it is crossed below happen, I'm going to take a short position. Now, this is a one strategy. I want to keep this simple. If this happens, then go for long. Set 2. I want to add the same thing here. Same process. Bollinger Band. Right? Arithmetic 1. Nothing else. Simple. Cross below. Indicator. Come on. Bollinger Band. Okay. And then add it. And what if that happens? What I want to do? I want to go to order management, enter a short position, and then you can select enter short position directly or short position by a limit order. So if you do it here, you basically have to set that value, the one which you have created before, right? The strategy value, which is go all the way here, and the user input, whatever you have done, select it by one particular thing. Or you can go to the enter short position and then limit the price. Let's say you want to put a particular value, you can do it. If not, again, the setting the position is the whole thing. How many positions I want to buy, or how many positions I want to sell. So just take this and okay. Now what happens? I have one position, one condition here and one condition here. And then when the positions start, it's going to go back to the chart. Remember the way I was saying, let me go back to the chart. NQ, nothing else, only NQ. I'll go here and so we are only looking at the position which is on the Bollinger Band, right? So my indicator is only this, nothing else. Click OK. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay. If this goes above this line, then go long and it will hold. If this cross, then go short. But then this is this like in a smaller time, right? Like when this goes, if this goes long, you make good profit. If this change that the time it can cross this line, it will go for a short. But the thing is, the position, right? Look at this. What happens? It went cross it, so it becomes short. But now it changed. So now it's in the middle and confused. Instead of holding it, it will exit out here. And change, and then you lose money. Short here, take a short all the way till here.
But
yeah, go ahead.
But we can do on a 15-minute chart, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole thing is
but
like
we can do on a
strategies.
15-minute chart, right? Like
Yeah, absolutely. The whole thing is a strategy. How you want to build up the strategy, right? You build up the strategy, you test it.
So how you set up the 15-minute?
The same thing. Strategy builder, go back again, and there's a thing called timing. Remember the I'll show you one more time. Sorry, I closed it very fast.
So I was asking, like, you built that strategies, right?
Yes.
Just before 5 minutes ago, which was we can set up the time on that.
Look at this, right?
Oh, right here. Okay, 1 minute or yeah.
10 minutes, whatever the time frame you want to set up. The default will be like now, whatever the time is right now, but you can change it. Like whole thing is how do you want to take a what time you want to take a position, right? That's the catch. And if you go more further, if you don't even put any parameters here, That's fine. Info parameters. When you go here, the add, when you do it, it's going to be auto management. Enter long position of what. So if you do it, market if touch, or stop at one point. So like stop price, you can change this, I believe, to the time as well. Strategies, no, indicators. I believe I did that before. Bollinger. There. So you have 14-minute period, and number of stand is 2, right? You can change this to 14 to, let's say, 21 days period, and number of stand will be 15-minute stand, right? So this is the way you can change it up.
Okay.
So again, there's a lot of videos on the YouTube. This is how I learned as well on the strategy. But it look at how many strategies so far I have made. Okay, I'll just show you a simple one. And I've been testing it out quite a lot. I have done quite a lot of strategies. So far, 3 of the strategies works fine. That's the strategies. So this is one of my strategy. Okay. This is one of my strategies. Stretch crossover. I was playing around with that as well. So what it's gonna do is like, where is it? Okay, let me add it. Let me add this here.
We will do the one session or.
Yeah, this is a bigger problem. Right? So what is gonna do is gonna look at those 7 days period. If the 3-minute the stochastic goes smooth, then take a position, and my target is 15 tick up. That's the time I had to sell it up. My stop is 20 tick minus. I will take the loss, and my stop loss is 15 tick. What does that mean is like, if every 15 minute, like every 15 tick, my stop loss will go further up. That STP, the way I did the trading stop loss, this is what it is. So it's gonna go further up and up. And bar required to trade is like 20. You can make this as like 15, that become 15-minute chart. Okay, this is one of the thing I did. There's one more strategy I was testing as well. Was this is for, I don't know. I don't remember this. I just did something on it. This is the one which I was working with one of my friend as well. So he also was working with me on the strategy perspective. So he's saying like, if let's say ES or anything, right? If what do you want to do? You want to take a stop loss at some point. So your stop loss will be at 38 tick. That means like if we calculate the 38 tick into this is ES, right? So this is particularly for ES. You can change it, but it's only for the ES. So you want to take a stop loss as 38 and my profit trigger at 40. So the way the gap was there, right? Like, if it goes to 40, exit. If it is 38, exit. So that means I'm taking a loss of 38 or I'm taking a profit at 40 ticks. So I've been playing around with the strategies. I have invested good amount of the time. There's one strategy which the one I bought it. The license one is this one, and now this is some very different strategy. They're looking at the HMA and so much others. So this guy has, if the profit is $1,000, take it and move out. If the loss is $500, take it and move out. So this is how it is. This is what the strategy they have done. This is the one which is like 1,000 USD a month. If anybody interested. But yeah, I've been playing around as well on the strategy perspective, but we'll see. We'll if not, then I had to just go back and if this company basically gives it on the good discount, then I'll be happy to take it and put it on my strategy builder and then let it run. I'll be happy to do that, but otherwise it's difficult for me right now.
I think they update right every like how the market is volatile.
Yes, absolutely. Anyways, guys, I know it's too late for everybody.
It's a long time.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's a long discussion. Really appreciate your time.
Absolutely, guys. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You guys know who am I, and if not, just talk to Shahid, and Shahid will give it to you, how to contact me, please.
Thanks, Arshil. Have a great night.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. Good night.
Thank you, bye.
Absolutely, and I will share the recording as well later on. Okay?
Sure. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.